Yeah, this is a little grim. It's a little bit grim. Exclamation point. I have to get used to that. It's an exclamation point now. I definitely don't like rhythm as much as I liked groovy, and I'm a little sad.
Well, didn't you have like the paid version of Groovy?
I did have the paid version of
Yeah.
groovy.
I don't know what the differences are with the paid versions. I've never used either. Paid.
It's just, I think it was just easy to use. There we go. Alrighty, everybody. We're all here. We're ready to go. I am excited. So last session, we were all we spent a couple of days out at sea, some of them eventful, some of them not so eventful. During that time, we got to know a little bit more about Mr. Beta Brasshand and kind of where he comes from. He told us a little bit about the maidens and how he actually stole something from them. We got a decent amount of research done by Suma and Ruby in attempting to magically create a way to perhaps carve out a piece of the ship that some crew members could take with them in order to have them live free out in the world without having to be teleported back to the ship constantly. What else did we do last session? It was mostly hanging out on the ship. The first couple of days were smooth sailing until around 6 days in. A bunch of days had passed, kind of like steady sailing, nothing much happening, clear skies, good breezes, the ship moving faster than normal calculations would expect due to your new wooden cloaks being employed to make it go faster. I believe Gal specifically said he was using gust of wind every day to help it travel on a little faster. One night, a large figure appeared out in the distance through the darkness, which one of your new passengers, Olivia, had spotted from far away. And she mentioned this to Gallet. Gallet rang the bell, had everybody come up to the deck, and it was soon discovered to be an extremely large Iron Maiden, which was this torture contraption used primarily against criminals in general, but more specifically pirates, during the Age of Pirates, and has since been discontinued as it was viewed as extremely barbaric method of execution. This thing opened, and a mouth magically imposed itself on the face of the maiden, and it began speaking to you. Whoever this being was that was speaking through this mouth believed that the captain of the ship was still Aramis and addressed him as such, and asked for Beta and the thing that he stole to be placed back into the Iron Maiden, and nothing else would happen. However, the party didn't want to do that. They instead, through an extremely well-calculated series of actions, essentially detonated a shit ton of shatter orbs and a thunderstep to do truly an enormous amount of damage to this thing all in one go, which is very smart because it was programmed to fight back if damaged, but all that happened so fast that by the time it engaged itself to attack, it was already like on its last hinges. Following that, when the maiden was finally destroyed, the magical mouth appeared once more on the maiden's face and declared a scourge on the Reaper. What this means, the party has yet to discover. But for now, the danger seems to have passed, and we're gonna cut back into the party. It is still nighttime, that same night, shortly after the destruction of the maiden. What do you all do?
Good job, team. That was easy.
Is the music loud? A little bit loud for anybody?
You can turn it down.
Yeah.
You have to turn it. You have to turn it down yourself.
Like turn
Right?
it down.
I think. Am I able to turn it down for you guys?
Turn down for what?
Yeah. I don't think I'm able to turn it down.
Did you get this paid version or no?
You can right click rhythm, either in the little sidebar with
Oh,
everyone's names
got it.
or the picture in the little video tab. And you can lower it to whatever volume you desire.
Thank you.
Well, we probably should ask someone what a scourge is per se. Never really happened in my ship, so I don't really know what that is. There's a giant X marks on the ship, so you know. That's probably not good.
Wait. You add to the map?
Hmm?
Did you add to the map, Gino? You put like her fruits on here, right?
I put what on there?
The fruits, like the crates in the back of the ship.
Oh, that's
were
been
those
there.
That's
That's
been
been
there.
there. Has it?
That's been there.
Yeah,
That's been there.
Yeah, I was just messing with you.
I've been there since
I knew
it's been there
that.
since
Did
the
you know that?
beginning. I had this was actually a planned. I had always planned for Olivia to be there. This was planned from way back when.
Wow.
Mhm.
We should have just said no. Just
You could have. You could have.
All of that
It'd be-
build up.
It'll be very interesting.
Nah, we're
You could have.
good.
Yeah, go away.
Okay.
Hey.
Maybe one of the crew members
Yeah.
of the Grim Reaper knows what a scourge is.
Hey, you two. You're on the deck. Suzanne and Andros. What's a scourge?
Yeah, you ask the two of them, and Suzanne goes, I feel like I've heard the term used before, but mostly it was something like Aramis alluded to once, but I think I don't actually know what it is. And Andros kind of follows up. He goes, yeah, it was something that was thrown around before. I've been here a little longer than Suzanne, but last time I heard it mentioned, it was in the context of the council.
The Pirate Council. Gotcha.
Maybe
probably
Simon
not
would
good.
know.
Simon probably. I doubt you would, but we can. You know, Beta probably has also a chance of no. Let's just go downstairs and ask everyone.
Oh, well, he's most likely to know. He was with them for a while. So.
That's true. Okay.
You guys go downstairs. We're gonna say Beta is staying in one of these.
We just phased through the floor.
Yeah, you just zoom through the floor. We're gonna say Suzanne is not there.
Bye,
You
guys.
guys are all around.
Man overboard.
I did scrounge it up. 1 second. He's gonna appear very large. Okay.
Whoa.
You were prepared
Little-
to fight, my dude.
Big boy.
How much
Little,
you ate?
I don't think the maiden could hold you.
I'm just stealing art from other people for these
I was
tokens.
gonna say it's a new token. We haven't seen it.
Yeah. So I want to say Beta was like staying in one of these smaller rooms. You guys
Yeah.
kind of approach the door. You knock and he looks up and he says, "Well, by the sounds of it, y'all took care of the maiden. That's frightfully impressive."
Yeah, we're pretty good. Hey, quick question. What's a scourge?
He says, "A scourge. Yeah. I once heard some of the people around on the maiden talk about a scourge before, but they're very, very rare, and I doubt that we would have to worry about anything like
Oh
that."
no. Oh no. Just it was like alluding to something similar to that. And I was just wondering, like, what would that be? I know it has something to do with like the Pirate Council, but
Well,
like,
yeah, that's exactly about what it is. Well, so Council of Pirates, the Court of Pirates has a high council that kind of oversees all the pirating that gets done, kind of draws up territorial maps, alliances, basically, in order to make sure that they don't get caught out by the navies of different islands, Lockheed, Tarai, Gallon, all that. So the Court of Pirates was established in order to kind of help people band together, and the High Council of the Court of Pirates are the 6 pirate crews who are considered to be the most powerful, at least in tradition. Due to the pirates being pirates, of course, they're pretty prone to infighting, betraying each other, stabbing each other in the back. And so there was a mutual truce declared but amongst the entire High Council at the end of the Age of Pirates, kind of like, hey, we're being hunted down. We gotta band together. We're gonna make sure that you know we stay safe. Look out for each other's pirates, fellow pirates. Um, Violence between the crews and the captains of the High Council is strictly forbidden unless a scourge is successfully called. But there's conditions to that, and most of the time it doesn't come through. There's only been a couple in the centuries since the Age of Pirates.
Go on with the conditions, man. Go on with the What are the requirements?
These are a lot of hypotheticals, but okay. It will essentially a scourge can only be called if one captain, the member of the council, has a meaningful claim on something that the other party owns, be that territory or a prisoner of some sort. And he
An
his
item
face
stolen.
his face kind of drops a little bit, and he goes, uh, "That's the first condition. Second one is that the threat of a scourge has to be presented to that party, and the third is that the party refuses to concede the claim."
All right.
But of course, like this can only happen between members of the High Council.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's good. So, what happens if it's
Nothing
falsely put on a ship then?
falsely put on a ship.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually possible for that to happen. As far as I know,
It's possible. It's definitely
scourges
possible.
are they're like magical in nature.
Yeah. Big X over the
uh,
ship, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Yeah.
covenant. Yeah, how'd you know?
Come on, think about it. 1 to 2.
And you see, he thinks for a moment and he goes, "Well, I mean, I'm sure that that's all well and good, but the essentially what a scourge means is that any member of the council is now able to and actually encouraged to wage violence on the scourged ship or crew or captain, as it may be. But I mean, y'all are with the shield. It's not like ancient pirate codes mean anything to y'all."
Yeah, I mean, what are the chances that this ship was owned by someone on the previous council is believed to still be owned by one on that council, and they just happened, oh no, Iron Maiden show up, say they have the right to a certain item that was stolen, might be in a box, who knows? And then once destroyed, it declares a scourge on said ship. And then, like, the chances are so minimal. But speaking of stolen items, at this point, as captain of the ship, I believe it's my duty to know exactly what you're hauling now. Since you have put us in a bit of danger, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, isn't the danger part of the job that I enlisted you to
Yeah,
do?
yeah, but you said you were being chased by the maidens. You were not saying that, hey, this ship is gonna take on the risk of being chased by all of the council. That was not part of the deal.
Are you trying to say that this ship?
Yes, God, get with it.
And he goes,
We did not give you up and now we are scourged.
"I thought I recognized the odd hammer trademark on this thing." He goes, "Well, this is bad."
Mm.
Right. Well, he abruptly stands, kind of like steps over to like his bed and drags the circular chest from it, the green glowing chains still wrapped around it. He holds it in his hands, regarding it. He says, "Miss Ruby,
Mm.
the other night when we spoke, I'm afraid that I wasn't exactly telling the whole truth."
You son of. Why did I tell you which clan? You know what? I was lying too. Braun who?
All right.
On
Well,
hammers?
What's a brawn
true.
hammer?
No, you don't need to know.
Oh, okay.
He looks at the chest and he says, "The truth is, I don't know what's in here.
Oh my
I
god.
only know what's rumored to be in here, and I'm betting a lot, that it is what I think it is." Right. Well, rumor has it that inside this chest is a diary belonging to the original captain of the Maiden. It was a dwarven woman. Uh, he kind of laughs to
Sense?
himself. They only call her the Unnamed Maiden. She forsake her name when she took control of the ship, and as such, from then on, um, every successive captain then uh, forsakes their old name and takes on a moniker. As you have now probably met, the one named Mama is in control of the crew and the Maiden now. This, uh, the Unnamed Maiden was, is, was the only known person in history, and most people don't even know, the only person to have ever gone through the choosing and emerged with her freedom. As you might know, being a native, when people get chosen after they survive, or they go through the trial of the flame, if they pass, if they are, receive Pelea's blessing, they spend the rest of their days as an Ashen One in Volca. They stay there forever, shut out from the outside world, dedicated to the service and the worship of Pelea as a representative of their clan. Yeah.
What's an Ashen
An Ashen One. You wouldn't know this in
one? Yeah, no, I'm
lore
asking
unless.
him.
Oh, you're asking. Okay, okay. Well, an Ashen One. They're kind of like priests, priestesses of Pelea. There's at least one in every major settlement. Often more than that. They kind of tend the temples and they serve as our middlemen between us and the goddess.
All right then. Thank you. And
Yeah.
you stole this from the maidens without knowing what if it was definitely in there because
Listen, they got a lot of treasure aboard that ship. Most of it is just out in the open. It's treasure that's been accumulated over centuries of piracy. This was the only thing locked up so many times over. This is an arcane lock. There's enchantments on this thing. I've hired people to try and break it. Nobody's ever been successfully able to do it. It's gotta be in there. And if it is, then I would hope that there's information there that would recount how it was that the unnamed maiden was able to not only survive the trial of the flame, but win Pelea's favor.
I wanna punch him.
Yeah, roll the hit.
you
What is
go,
that?
girl. It is a strength thing.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
strength.
straight strength roll.
Just straight strength. Okay.
Straight strength roll. On a
Straight strength.
9, you
Yeah.
swing a punch at him, and he catches it with his hand, and like you struggle against his force as he lowers it down, and he says,
She's our
"Next
strongest.
time you hit somebody like that, hit him like you mean it. Are you mad at me, or are you mad at something else? Why are you punching her for?"
Definitely mad at you. So I'm so confused. So you stole a chest. You never bothered to open it. You don't know what it is to this day.
Like I
And then
said,
you
I have.
lied. You lied to the people who were protecting you. I say we throw him overboard.
He looks around and he says, "It was never part of any contract that I tell you what was in this chest. Your duty
Definitely
is to
helpful,
protect
though.
my life. You
Definitely
accepted
helpful.
gold, you accepted a contract, and you accepted an oath to protect me. You were told who was after me, and that people were after me. I paid to be protected on this voyage. There's nothing in the literature, in the contract, anywhere that says that I had to be completely forthcoming with you as to what I have in my possession. And I
Wait,
tried to open this thing.
all right,
I tried.
let's not try to get into semantics of legalities because we weren't aware that you were a criminal in this type of sense. And as part of the Shield of Celestia, we are supposed to somewhat follow laws. So let's not get into the exact semantics because you will not do well on a pirate ship. But
I did very well on a pirate ship for a very long time.
and then
You
now
want to
they're
know why I
chasing
stole
you.
this? Do you know how badly beat down the people of Torah have been since the last choosing? Our last representative failed. They died in the process, and we've been slumming it ever since. 500 years. 500 years. I've watched, and my parents and my grandparents have watched people starve to death because there haven't been enough to eat, enough to go around. The money has been trickling in, the ore has been trickling in. This is what happens to the people that Palea scorns. What's inside this journal could be the key to getting her blessing. If I can return back home with information, find somebody to open this chest, peruse what's within, if I come back with that information, our representative could go and make us proud and make Palea proud. And I don't have to worry about my future children starving either. Is that so bad? Is it so bad to steal from a pirate? You
Yeah.
have some kind of affinity for somebody who would go send a metal monstrosity onto your ship without any care if anybody was underneath it when it dropped or anyone was impaled?
No, I just care for my crew. But we're already in this. Yeah.
If you want me off the ship, I'll leave. Next time they come around, if I'm not here, I'm sure they'll keep looking. Is that what you want?
What's already done has been done. We've already been scourged. As long as nothing new comes of it, it's gonna be rough, but we can still finish what we started. But while we got you here, while we have all the bad stuff that's associated with it, Zuma's a pretty accomplished wizard. I bet if she and A-Lock were to team up, that lock couldn't hold up.
Actually, I think Ruby might be of some help as well.
Really? I've never seen her lockpick before. Are you sure?
Well,
Not
she
lockpick,
uses
but
magic.
Ruby, you mentioned recently that you know how to dispel magic. I have been working on learning it, but it's taking me some time. That may help.
Yeah. I don't have it for today. Could have it tomorrow. Not that I really want to help Beta right now. Technically, yes. Do that. If I wanted to.
We've already gotten the worst end of this deal. If we at least find out this diary, something can come of it.
I must say, I'm curious to know what's in there as well.
Insight check on Ruby.
Well,
Ooh,
I
okay.
mean, even if we get this book, we still have to find the chosen that it will go to. And what are the chances we find them?
Is there an inside check coming?
Oh, not bad.
Ooh.
I just wanted to get like general Ruby's feelings about like helping anything related to Palea.
It's not really Palea. She's just pissed at Beta that she feels like she kind of like was having an honest conversation with him, and then he just kind of like, oh yeah, that was a lie. So yeah, she's just feeling a little bitter about that.
Bitter.
Bitter.
Better. All right.
Cool. You see, Beta sighs very deeply. He says, "Well, I apologize for the trouble I've caused. I am pleasantly surprised that y'all were able to accomplish what you accomplished. From the beginning, when I decided to leave home, when I received word that the choosing had happened, I knew I had to come back, try to help my clan. I thought it was going to be a suicide mission. I knew the maidens would find me eventually, and I thought when they did, it would be certain death. But y'all have accomplished
So
something
great.
very.
So nice of you.
If you want me off the ship, say the word. My only request is that if you take my life, you take the chest with you and give it to the brass hands in Torah. You have no qualm with them. You may have qualm with me, but you don't have qualm with them. That's all.
No, I mean, it's funny you think there's anything you can do to pay us back for this trouble you've caused us. Like Galt said, the damage is done, so let's just move on.
If we were to, say, help you unlock it, get the diary within, and you are successfully able to bring it to the brass hands, I bet we could work something out with your most likely now rich people at some point.
Perhaps. I'm sure that if they knew of your involvement with ensuring that our clan prospered for the next however long, they could work out some sort of further payment. The 100 gold I had to give you is all the gold that I own.
I believe you with that.
Short of my life, there's nothing left I can offer. If you like, if you make a promise that you deliver this to my people, you can behead me as soon as we step ashore.
That doesn't gain us anything.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Okay.
It seems like you might have something to gain. Looking at you, would be. There's anger in there.
See, maybe once upon a time I would have thought that hurting someone would have fixed my anger, but I don't really believe that anymore. So, thank you. No, thank you. Your life is worthless to me.
More than one way to wound someone. I appreciate it. And if nobody else has any more business with Beta.
Nah. Oh, I
Yeah,
do.
okay.
I do just want to give a quick look at the chest. Anything that stands out at all?
Uh, make a make whatever check you would like. Investigation, history, arcana, whatever you would like.
Would I be able to give it an identify?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
18 history. I'll wait for all the checks to roll in before I start doling out the investigation. Gallet, on your investigation, it's a box. It's certainly strange that it's circularly shaped. You're not really sure why it's shaped like a sphere, but that is.
Is it just rolling? Is it just does it stay there?
There's chains wrapped all over it, so it's like about the size of like a basketball, roughly, spherical in shape. It is made mostly of iron, like a pure iron chest. The chains wrapped around it. It's strange looking at it. I think uh, Alok can tell that this looks to be as if it was made like a hollowed out cannonball, but a little bit bigger, hollowed out in order to make it into a chest. Like somebody had to use like metalworking tools, or perhaps just used a cast in order to make a chest shaped like a cannonball, and then draped it in these chains that like hold very tight to it. Suma, casting that identify spell learn its properties. I think you would be able to tell that this has been enchanted with the arcane lock spell.
Mhm. Very good.
Right.
Well, is this something we can solve now or morning? Whatever.
Seems like Ruby needs to take a nap.
Okay.
Ruby, I
Don't
think
tell
you
me
will
I
be able to, if
I
you
didn't realize
want
you
use
to.
the
spelled.
spell.
Not that you have to, but if you wanted to, fairly certain a dispel magic would work on this.
No, it's fine. I can do it. We're away from better now, right? So I can like cool off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say, you guys, after he says the last thing he says, is kind of like puts his head down. You guys ask to see the chest. He just hands it over to you, nods, and then kind of like sits in his own silence as you guys depart through the doors. Probably go back up. Let's see. Perhaps in the war room, because I just like using the war
Finally,
room.
it's time for the war.
You know?
Again.
Gotta get
We're
people
doing so much war lately.
in the war room. It just feels like the appropriate place to be when you're like planning stuff or trying to discover stuff. Yeah, you guys head up to the war room. You yeah, I think this you reach out towards it, Ruby, and then the
I
crackle
don't have
lightning.
it. I
Oh,
don't
you don't have
have
it
it
prepared?
prepared for today.
Oh, okay.
I also wasn't sure what like but since the same day, yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. You guys can definitely just like this,
Oh.
reconvene in the morning.
That was a fun meeting.
Yeah.
Wait, we could still talk about how to deal with the scourge. I feel like that's still something we should be,
I'm
aware
finally
of
here.
and like
That was
Okay.
weird.
All right, so yeah, we've been cross-marked with the whole scourge thing. I'm a bit worried. Main worry on my end. We
Is
can
that
now.
like your
We can now.
doppelganger?
I don't see myself. I saw one, and the other
Yeah.
one's gone for me, so I brought my new one. I don't see my other one. But that's besides the point. We've been scourged. I'm just worried that someone can track us now. That's going to be the worst thing for us to possibly happen if someone can track us.
Well, is that how it works? Can they just tell where we are?
They could
Did
tell where
I-
he was, or the item he's carrying was. If we're
Did I
dealing
use
with
dispel
all
magic on
yeah.
that? The scourge.
Are we? Is this curse is this ship cursed again? Have we been double cursed, triple cursed? How many curses we got going on here? I'm losing count.
That's entirely a
That's
curse.
what, yeah.
It doesn't. It's not doing anything to your ship, as far as you know.
As far as I know.
Let's just abandon ship. Have we thought about this?
Well, we're sort of leaving our over 30 crewmates just to sort of flounder since they can't stop living.
It's true.
So, it's pretty cruel. I mean, what about Cannoneers B? You love those guys.
Come on, don't leave them out to dry.
Come on.
They would survive though. They would survive because of the
Yeah.
curse and the
Yeah,
fact that the ship
technically.
will always regenerate.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And it would just regenerate near us, but I bet they'll be a bit
No.
cross if we left them and then let that happen.
What would happen?
guess.
Who would become captain? You know? Would they know?
I think it would immediately become a mutiny.
Chaos.
No one is actually no one's well equipped to become the captain. I think there would be.
I'm placing bets. It's
I,
gotta be.
I think it'd be like mainly Andros versus Suzanne.
Andros has a lot of respect, yeah. I feel like him.
What about Simon though? You know, he knows cantrips.
He can cast spells.
Well, actually, no. Since if we were to leave the ship, technically speaking, I think Dell might.
Well, no, she wouldn't stay. She would be dead.
She
as
would have to
well.
leave. Yeah.
She's not part of the curse.
Well, yeah, but I thought we were all just like leaving, is what you meant. Like we're just.
Oh, I
gone.
thought it was if we died. Like we just straight up die.
No,
and then
if
they
we
come back
die,
and
we're
like,
dead.
oh boy, no captain.
Okay, well then that would be, yeah, unfortunate.
I think Simon's the right call.
I don't think Simon's got it. I don't think he's got it. You know what? I think it's Cannoneers B. I think it's gonna be a democracy moving forward. A council, if you will. They'll learn.
The casual pirates.
And engineers be all walking in. Thank you, Captain. Our
Ah.
democracy will be just.
I love Cannoneers
Truly
B.
an underdog.
Hey, we're canon in here.
Well, Archer's A, man. Don't leave him out.
Hey, we're arching here. That's their only
Yeah.
NPC dialogue line in canon. Cool.
It's just whenever we walk by the room, we hear.
Like, you
yeah.
say it with different intonations, so we know they're having a conversation.
Hey, we arching here? Yeah, we
we
arching here.
For sure, Archer.
Alrighty. So you guys, what else are you guys going to do here in the war room? Or are you just gonna adjourn for the night?
Anyone
Is there
got any?
any other things you guys would like to do?
Ruby, I don't want to, like, press it or anything. That sounded like a rather private conversation, but should we know anything that happened when you two last talked?
I don't know. I mean,
He seemed to have
For all I-
lied to
for all I
you,
know.
so I don't know.
for all I know, everything was a lie, so I don't know if it's even worth telling you guys. We didn't really talk about anything except
Well,
plans.
to be fair, it sounds like you lied to him too. You said that you lied about your clan or something. I guess when both ways.
Right. Not from the Brawn Anvils. Nope.
What is the
Brawn
what
who?
is a brawn anvil? I don't.
Yeah.
Actually, your guess is as good as mine. I don't. Never heard of this clan before. I'm
Well,
just
why?
looking
That's
up.
such a. Why would you say it if you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she just made up I mean, Brawn Anvil, like, that's really generic. No one would actually.
Well,
I mean,
if I had to think of a dwarven clan name, I don't think that's the first one that would come to
yeah,
mind.
I'd think of, like,
But she's creative, and I'm not. So.
yeah, Hammerfall. Like, something like,
That's kind of
Miracle?
cool.
Beard
It's okay.
Hammer.
Hammerfell sounds like the name of a country. I don't know.
We should rename. We should save one of these.
Hey,
whenever
Suma?
we want to change.
If we have a library on this boat and I don't know of it, try to find out all the dwarven clans.
I could just tell you.
Oh, okay, just tell me all
Oh.
the clans. Oh, you do know! You would know!
I'm
What?
ready.
I'm
My
ready.
notes are ready.
Yeah, let's go. All the
Ready.
clans, let's go.
At least all the ones I know. I might not know all of them. But
Well,
I
no,
know
you
many.
said you knew them all. Let's
Wait.
not.
Let me slide you over this way.
It's time for a history lesson. We should try.
Having spent time in Torah, you would definitely know Clan Braun Anvil in Copra. I mean, comes from Copra.
Wait, Braun
You
Copra?
would know Braun Anvil in Copra. There's a clan there.
Okay.
And I think something you would know about the culture there is that there are very few independent families. There is a ruling family of each clan that kind of rules each settlement, and most people in that settlement will take that last name, even if they're not blood related to like the clan leaders. So whoever you might be in Copra, if you were born there, you'd probably be called Braun Anvil, unless something else happened or you came from somewhere else. Because there are dwarven settlements other places. Your family could have originated from elsewhere and then took your last name with you. So you would know that the Braun Anvils are in Copra. You would know that the Brass Hands are in Torah. You would know that I'm trying to stay like geographically close to where Jasar would be. You would know that in Ferra, they are called Clan Steelborn. And you would also know that Barvault, the ruling clan in Barvault, is called Clan Blackstone.
And that's the one that won the last Palea choosing? Or-
You don't necessarily know.
Okay.
No,
That
just
was
one of the
five.
major major
Yeah.
cities.
They definitely, you could probably surmise that they definitely did or have been winning because Barvel is the richest and most lucrative. It is sort of the capital, but it's like the most major city settlement in Palea. The biggest shield headquarters is located in Barvault. It's kind of like the main place. It's a New York of Palea, essentially.
And then if it's on the other side of Mount Playa, I don't.
You probably would not have had much interaction with it.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I haven't been over there much, but
Let's see, I can give a quick
exposition.
there you go. If that's a quick summary. Ruby, you would probably know more than Suma, but it's your call if you want to chime in and be like, I also know this. Cool.
No.
Great.
Hey,
So you spell out some of those for the party.
hey, Ruby, what's your last name?
I have a last name.
Oh. Want to share with the group why, or like you're just like sort of done with that place? It's not. It doesn't define you.
When you leave a clan, generally you don't take the last name with you. Usually
Oh.
means you left on like unamicable like terms. So
Did you steal
little
something?
bit of no, I just kind of left, which is bad.
Oh, so like coming back, is there a city we should be looking out for? What was the city you're from? Should we not be like showing you at that city? Do they steal you,
You know-
back? What are the rules here? Do they own you? That sounds wrong, but they like. It sounds like Mount Palea, like the Palea chick. She's weird and a little bit, you know.
She's
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the best.
She's a
So-
little hands-on for my taste. She's just a little too
Letting children
needy.
starve. Yeah, that's a bit
yeah.
rough from a god.
Well, I don't know how it works, but I imagine she wouldn't want anything to do with you, right? So you're probably clear of that.
I really don't know what the goddess Palea how she feels about me. Probably not good.
Oh, nothing
Huh.
we can't handle.
Yeah, I mean, we are now a bit of in a worse predicament, but technically speaking, still haven't been like in that bad of one. Like we're just now marked, and the chances of them keeping up with our ship. What are the chances? Like,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
yeah, we're how many days away from Torah? 20?
Roughly, you guys have been traveling for a little bit now. It's just been mostly uneventful. You guys have been traveling roughly 6 days now. And you're traveling much faster, I think, than Simon would have initially calculated because you have been explicitly using the wind cloaks, the gust of wind spell, in order to go faster, kind of taking Valaire's place in that function aboard the Reaper. You would guess you're probably maybe 5 days away, 6 days.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, they ain't got nothing on us. What are the chances one of the most, popular crews has a wind cloak?
Yeah, you don't really know anything about the Maiden.
It's all I know about
Or
the
any of
Maiden
the rest of
is
them,
that they have
right?
some kind of scary tracking device that is fast enough to keep up with our ship or is able to intercept us. So either they're nearby or that thing that they've made is smart enough to track us and also intercept where we're going.
Well,
Which is a
I
bit
think it
terrifying.
might have been. I think it might have been bad luck, right?
It could be
mean-
bad luck.
I think it was just patrolling and we happened upon it.
I also was positive. I have no clue how any of that magic stuff works. I mean, is there any documentation of something like that? Period? Would Simon know? Simon!
I mean,
Yes.
Oh, you just walked up normally without a barrel. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, like my room is like over here.
Yeah,
so, like, I'm
you're
not very
right.
far away.
Yeah.
I live pretty close to the war room. It's like kind of like I don't know. It's prime real estate up where the Reapers are. It's like not a big deal.
You might have heard a giant explosion not even an hour ago. If there was a giant Iron Maiden that could track a ship and talked through it and all that, is that normal occurrence on the sea?
Tracking. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you knew something that for sure had to be on that ship, you could
Yeah.
use like a locate object spell. I've been reading a lot, Master Suma. I don't know how to do that spell, but like I've heard, I know that that spell exists. I know that there's spells like divination and stuff that you can use to find places or find people. It might not be a tracking on the ship itself. Maybe um, a spell was used just to figure out where something was, or maybe whatever found us was like homed in on us for whatever reason.
Does any magic user here, sorry, Alok, happen to know anything that would be able to mask the presence of an item?
I know of spells, but I don't know them myself. Unfortunately.
Ruby, you seem to have like a lot of like a
I-
weird bag of tricks. A lot. I'm beginning to realize that I'm sort of giving you the short end of the stick. Do you just have this?
I don't think so. I have meld into stone, which is
That doesn't
where
seem bad.
you, while merged with the stone, you can't see what occurs outside it.
You can't wait. Do you meld with stone?
Ruby, what are you reading from right now? Is this
My
just
brain.
top of your head?
Is your
Okay.
god speaking into your ear right now? Like, don't forget, it also does.
Stella, what does it do?
No, I thought it would help with like tracking, but actually now that I'm thinking about it,
Can
from
you
my
It's
put
head,
purely
I
for
don't think-
hiding.
Okay,
For
it's
hiding
purely
and like getting a long
hiding just
rest.
from like from like damage, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you do it like white, is it concentration? I don't think it is.
It is. Oh, you can do it for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's why people do it for like long rest. Be safe.
That's cool. Why didn't we
Okay.
do that before?
Can you do that
Only
for
you
all of
can.
us, or only you?
We have to be exposed, yeah.
That's
You have to be exposed.
So we will be. You won't be. You'll be hidden. But
Oh, I could just pull you guys in. No.
no.
But I don't think. Mm, I don't see. Nothing comes to mind that
Okay.
would work for that.
all right.
Unless we
Well,
want to try to dispel magic for that.
I guess we're just gonna tomorrow just get ready for all the dispels you can do. And Suma, take some
All
notes.
the dispels.
Yeah, all the dispels. And you know what? Just
All
like
the
if, just in
dispels.
case, remove curse. Who knows?
Okay. Sure.
Like looks pretty bad. Might as well be prepared. And
Pretty bad.
yeah. All right. Well, that's all I had to say about this meet. Oh, there's two of me now.
Nice.
Now there was one.
Liz, do you have like a fan pointed at your mic or computer?
No, I think my computer is just
Is it raining?
loud. No.
Oh, it might
Maybe
be
you
My
can-
computer is just loud. It has like a loud fan.
Ah,
You can maybe turn up your sensitivity, like
How do I do
the
that?
noise sensitivity, in the audio settings. I think that would work. That's how I always have my air conditioning going because it's hot as fuck here. And that generally helps me. Or maybe noise reductions. I think it's input sensitivity in your voice and video settings. That's what I do. But, yeah.
Well, I'll workshop that. And also, given what you have messaged me on the Roll20, I guess I would have something to add for everyone. Breaks. There might have something that could help block anyone from seeing, what's his name? Beta, sorry. Beta or Best. A location where, a sort of bubble where they would not be able to be seen by scrying eyes or other such magic.
A location?
Like a Bermuda rhombus?
I can make a sort of bubble, you might say. It's sort of like a dome. People can go inside, like a little hut.
Oh, does this hut have an owner? Like a name?
No,
No.
no, I've just been
Suma's
workshopping it.
hut?
Nope.
Sumo's tiny hut.
Sumo's tiny hut.
My hut is not tiny, but
Like a
if it were,
tiger. Like a tiger mound type of hut.
no, I haven't given it a name. But
Man, you got a lot of are you, like, how much have you been working? It sounds like you constantly have a project going on.
I literally
he
have
sleeps.
10 projects going right now.
Wow.
My desk is a total mess.
The conspiracy
And this
board
is
is like
why
3 of those
I-
projects.
This is why I can't cast Dispel
Sure.
Magic because I'm working on 10 other things.
One of them being Fireball, of course. I know.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Yes.
No, he already
You've
knows
not-
it.
You've not canonically seen.
True.
Anyway, it
Um,
lasts for a while. The only caveat is that I have to stay inside, I believe. So Beta and I would just have to be best friends for the time being. If we wanted him to stay in there.
But could you handle that with being a liar? Like, he's a liar. How could you trust him?
Zone
Fine.
of truth.
Right
don't
now? Hi.
He seems like an otherwise lovely chap, despite
Oh,
the
wait, don't-
lying.
Suma, don't be mistaken. He will pull every secret from you.
And
I have
you
no
give
secrets.
Nothing in return.
Sounds like you speak from experience. Or
Just watch him.
Okay.
Just watch him. That's all.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
Are you gonna do that
could be-
tonight, or are you gonna do that some other time?
I think. Well, I don't know. What do you guys? Do you think it's worth a try to see if the two of us can hunker down
If it
for
can,
the rest of the journey to try to make sure no one else attacks our ship?
if it can get
I'll take
him
the
and his
sacrifice.
item, just put it in your room. We can put a little cot down for
Absolutely.
him.
Yep.
If you can do it, and because you can still work on stuff, but like right now we're sort of in a like, I don't want to like stress too much, but having a whole pirate council on your heels probably not good for the longevity of a ship.
well, again, we don't know if the ship is marked or him. Like we know that
Yeah, we
we
don't
think
know.
the maiden can track him, but we don't know about the other pirates that might be involved.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But there was a giant
It-
magical X mark put on the ship, so I have no
That's
idea.
why I feel like the other pirates might be following the ship. But I think either way, we should try that.
It's
Yeah,
better to just, try it.
Better
That's
safe than
all.
sorry.
Yeah. And once you
Alright.
you gotta pee and stuff, obviously you can put it down, but like, let's make a little bit of a resistance here.
Sounds
Hopefully
good.
we
Because
can
we'll
just
have to get
outrun
to know
it.
each other.
Alright. It's up for you to learn everything there is to know about him. Make him cry, maybe seduce him, who knows?
Who knows
Oh,
what
yes.
happens in the hut? What happens in the hut stays in the hut.
Please.
Don't
Yeah,
believe
is
that.
that- I said, please keep it in the hut.
Incredible. Cool. So that night, Suma, I think everybody else maybe heads off to bed or heads off to do whatever it is they're gonna do because it is nighttime.
Mhm.
The attack kind of happened in the middle of the night. Suma, you go down, you fetch Beta, and escort him to your room. how do you explain this to him? Like, are you just like, you're coming with me, or are you like, hey, there's a spell? What do you say?
Get in the orb.
I don't have the specific dialogue, but I probably would explain to him we think that the pirates might be tracking either you or the object you're carrying. So, in order to lessen our chances of being discovered, I'm going to put up shields around this location where you will not be able to be, hopefully, scryed upon, but you will have to stay put for a little while.
Understood. I accept this as a condition of my protection. He follows you into your room. You see, he just like doesn't even lay on the ground. He just sleeps like in a chair, arms crossed. He just kind of sits down, and he looks up.
I've made a blanket nest for him.
Okay. I think for the first night, he neglects to use it. He looks over at you as probably you are working on one of your 1 million projects, and he says, "Thank you. I have felt eyes on me at times, and I'd changed locations multiple times throughout Gallon. It was my first time on a ship since I defected from the Maidens. I will warn you, if they come for me next time, just give me up. As long as you keep what's inside that chest safe, give it to my folks, I'll be fine with that. But the Maiden is not a force that you can really come up against. The way I see it, the ship is moving so fast, it's unlikely the Maiden would ever be able to catch it. It's a heavy ship and it moves pretty slowly. But if you ever get into a position where you are in combat with the Maiden, just know cannons won't do anything to it. It's made completely of iron, steel. Perhaps the only ship, in fact, the only ship of its kind on the seas right now. I've watched that ship get into fights with navies, other crews. Cannonballs just bounced off of its hull. It's a powerful ship, with a powerful captain. And y'all seem like good people. If there's a chance that giving me up would alleviate some of the pressure on the rest of y'all, as long as you accomplish the mission I set out to do, I would be fine with that. You'll receive no resistance from me. I understand that you probably might do that regardless if I were to take your friend Ruby's attitude as a summation of the whole, but just so you know.
We've been warned off of fighting another crew before, and we didn't listen then. So I can try to help everyone see some semblance of sense, but I usually can't. So we'll see how that goes. If it comes to it, I hope it doesn't. And you should also know I understand. I do. Why this is the path you chose. But I'm doing this for Ruby. So what she says goes.
I understand. I like that girl. There's a lot of kids in my clan remind me just of her. A lot of kids grow up like that back home. Angry, stubborn, spontaneous, and then the minds beat it out of them slowly. As annoying as she is, honestly, she gives me a little bit of joy to see a fellow dwarf with that fight left in him. Good to see.
It's been a while since I was last in Copra, but she's definitely a stark contrast to the ashen faces we see on the street. She's still got that fire within her. I think
That's for damn sure.
that may draw Pelea's eye to her, for better or worse.
Well, we'll see, right? You see, he kind of like grabs one of the blankets and kind of just like cocoons himself slightly. His arms still crossed in the cocoon.
By the
he
way, if you
says-
don't use the pillow tonight, I'm gonna put your head on it for you.
Yeah,
The cricket
there's a
will
lot,
do something like that.
lot of violence on this ship. I should have known it was a pirate ship from perhaps the very beginning. He laughs a little bit, and he says, "If you fight with the maidens, it's likely that you won't see the real ship first. They'll probably send the Valkyries after you. They don't really do ship-to-ship combat very often because, well, at least when they're hunting someone, because it's hard to send. It's hard for that ship to move very quickly. Most ships by now move much faster than they were in the Age of Pirates. Valkyries, basically elite squad of fighters, got these armor enchanted to fly, um, move much quicker than the maid itself. I wouldn't worry about sails in the distance, is what I'm saying. I'd worry about the sound of metal wings. That's all.
Well, let everyone know to keep an eye out.
All right. Good night. And thank you for your hospitality. Cool. Beta goes to sleep very silently. The kind of person where you know how some people in the military have like trained themselves to be able to sleep in like seconds, like standing up or wherever they might be. It seems like he has that kind of thing going on for either in his training as a fighter or in his work at the mines. Just falls asleep really fast as you continue on with your work. Night passes unless anybody else has something they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When, just in my room, chilling, I'm gonna check in on Ophelia. See, I haven't really had a moment with them, but, I can talk to Fields, but I don't even know if I can talk to Ophelia.
Yeah. You check in on Ophelia, and in the weeks that have passed, she's gotten a bit bigger. She looks healthier, in much better shape than she was, at the very beginning of this journey when you first encountered her. She looks good and she looks peaceful. Little bubbles pop up from her mouth, like little sleep bubbles that pop in the surface, and you see little sparkles come out of the water, as if some aspect of nature magic going out into the air. And you actually, as you are in your room, it's nighttime. Um, you hear hooves on the wooden floorboards going up to your room. And you hear a short knock.
Come in?
I don't know if you can hear that, but I knocked on my table.
Yeah.
You see Olivia peek her head in, but she has to open the door really wide to get her antlers through. She goes, "Hello."
Howdy.
She says hello, but it doesn't look like she's saying it to you. It looks like she's saying it directly to Ophelia. She says, "It has been a very long time since I've seen one of these." She looks to you for the first time. She says, "May I enter?"
Yeah.
Goes up. Next sits down on the bed. Perhaps next to you. I don't know, wherever you are in the room.
I'm on the bed.
Yeah, she sits down on the bed next to you, and she says, "What happened to her? It is strange for one such as she to be not in the Twin Isles."
She was a bit abducted from the previous captain of the ship.
Abducted?
Yeah.
That is terrible. I can only imagine what is happening in the Twin Isles as we speak. There must be rampant corruption there.
Huh?
Well, she does take care. Well, her species does take care of the swamps and the forests in the Twin Isles. With that, the guidance of an Emperor of Fog, strange, dark things may be happening there.
But she's a baby. She doesn't have to be like a ruler yet.
All things have a destiny. You, me, even your friend here. Hers is to rule.
Yeah, at some point, but we're sort of dealing with some big stuff. You're out of the loop, but we're dealing with some very nasty stuff. And last time we had to deal with it, the only reason any of us got out was due to Ophelia. So I think it's probably best in total if she doesn't leave yet. I know it's definitely selfish, but if there's nothing left, she can't rule over anything.
That is true. She smiles and she says, all of these things, the Twin Isles, the ocean, all of it will be gone very soon. The blink of an eye, depending on your perspective. It is good that you are enjoying what you can while you can.
What is up with you in this doom and gloom like outlook? What, you don't think we got a chance? People are pretty dang good.
There's nothing gloomy about it. Death is part of this cycle, just as well as life is. When Celestia created the world, it was always with the promise that it would one day belong to Xandus, her twin brother. One thing flows to the next. Life gives way to death, which gives way to more life. This is as it is in nature, as it is in every other facet of the world.
Well, then,
to resist it can often be more painful than to give yourself up to it.
well, then that wouldn't at all be an equal thing if Xandus had the worlds, because where's the life then? You can't have death without life.
It happens after.
Oh, so it's just like a cyclical thing?
Perhaps that is what some people believe.
Nah, that's stupid. Nah, I'm not about that.
You remind me of someone.
Someone
She smiles to
smart,
herself.
someone charming, I bet.
Someone who did not give a shit about fate.
Apostrophe Fate Fighter Z over here. That
She
city's
smiles.
stupid, alright? I'm gonna tell you right now. Like person to person. It's made up. People say it's a thing because it's easier to comprehend. But if you want to do something, nothing's telling you can't. Literally everything is a possibility in this world. And if someone says you can't do something, you obviously want to do it. So if the Red Wraith says, I'm gonna kill everything, and I look at past history and see that he's been at least somewhat defeated before, then why would I believe that, oh, this time he's gonna be the one to get it? Nah. People grow. And if he's failed before, that means we were able to beat him then. This time, we'll be better, and we'll take care of him for good. Besides, Xandus screwed up. Loki took that blow. He already got the death he wanted.
Where are you from, if I may ask?
Alright, what was one of the last words I just said? Let's play a fun game.
I see.
Yeah.
I think the wolf goddess would be very proud of you and your attitude.
I don't particularly care about that, but thanks. I guess. Are you a worshiper of anything? You're really a blank slate so far. I don't exactly know what you gave us cool fruits, and you said I want to meet a cool friend, and you just happen to know that Ophelia over here is a demigod frog. I don't king frog. What was it?
Emperor Frog.
Emperor frog. Should put that in my notes.
You see, Olivia shakes her head and she says, I am a worshipper of life itself, nature, I suppose.
So Locky, or are we talking about the other chick, Celestia? Are you allowed to have two? Can you have two religions? Is that allowed?
Depends who you are, I suppose.
Who are you?
I am someone who has been around a long enough time to know that all faiths have truth in them, all faiths have lies in them, and all that really matters is what you choose to see, what you choose to believe. You will always hit upon some truth and some lie wherever you go. There are very few who truly understand all that there is to be understood. But we can be happy in our ignorance, or we can be sad about it. All of it is choices. I choose to be happy, even in the knowledge that everything is going to end.
How long
You
have you been?
choose to fight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have hundreds of years to your life, maybe. I'm a human. I only got like 60 tops.
Yes, that is what makes you so fascinating. And you see, she stands up very abruptly, and she says, "When she wakes, tell her hello for me." And you see, she presses a hand to her lips, and then reaches into the water and pats Ophelia on the head.
I mean,
Um,
you can somewhat say it to her right now with feels. Feels? Uninvisible, please.
Hi, what's going on?
Do you happen to know this chick? Her name's Olivia.
She's very pretty. I've never seen. She looks like she's supposed to be a satyr, but like she has deer stuff. It's like deer stuff happening.
I think she's a fauna.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that a thing?
I
Oh.
I'm just guessing here, man.
Okay. Hi, I'm Feels. I came from Ophelia over there.
She's like an
And you
aspect
see
of her.
Olivia nods and she says, "Yes, this is a thing that can happen, I suppose. There has been historical precedent for Emperor Frogs to create aspects of themselves to walk amongst the Twin Isles, as most often they do not leave physically their lily pads. Hello." And she reaches out to shake Feels' tiny hand.
The tiniest. Alright then, well. I'm happy for this talk. I hope you got whatever you wanted from this. But just wait and see. You're definitely wrong.
I would like to be, but I am often not. And she walks away.
You're about to.
Ophelia bobs happily with a smile on her face. Cool. Liz has very intense conspiracy eyes right now.
Don't I always?
I rewatched.
No, she definitely gives me that vibes of like later on Chino's gonna be like, and she was a goddess all along. Like I don't trust.
The
I
whole
don't trust.
time.
Well, from
But
shit she
Celestia.
said, she's definitely been around since the last
Yeah.
version.
Like she's been around for
The
a
whole
bit.
time. You gotta get the Feywild in there sometime. Cool. That being said, is there anything else anybody wants to do? Ruby, any prayers to Priscilla? Alok, any attempts to reach Maria, or just write. I don't know what you want to do. I feel like you probably don't want to talk to her.
Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Hey,
yet.
girl, what's up?
Hey, remember that time you shot my friend and me? That was
Um,
fun.
Cool. So nothing. Last call. Okay. Um, everybody else finally retires, goes to sleep. I'm gonna put everybody in their rooms. Where'd Gallet? Oh, there he is. Cool. Night passes. You all arise in the morning at your respective times. And Ruby, you were going to cast Dispel Magic on the chest, correct?
Yeah, probably when we're all gathered together, though.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys all go through your morning routines, all assorted prayers, spell preps, shadow sparring routines, captaining that needs to happen, and you guys all gather in the war
Shadow
room.
spars.
Like shadow boxing, but like with a sword, shadow sword fighting. I don't know.
Man, Simon's been picking up weird stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, and you guys all gather around. Do you take Beta with you, or do you leave him somewhere?
Well, I either have to, if we're still wanting to shield him, he has to be in my dome, and I have to be in my dome.
There's going to be increments of when you're not in the dome, unless you want to pee and poop in there. So, it's fine.
So, I mean, it's ritual cast, so I can just do it whenever. But mostly I meant that if it's up, he has to be with me.
Might as well just put it up around here, because, I assume, Beta would probably want to be part of this process. He might have some kind of knowledge.
Not that we care. What do you want?
So we don't really know how it works still, but if we're going in a straight line to our objective, and they can sense where he is, every time he gets out of the hut, they get a ping, and they can probably track our trajectory from that, right?
You want
So I
to?
imagine they can still cut us off.
We actually don't need to do this in the war room.
casting
We can just do it in Suma's room. Let's just go to Suma's room.
I'm just saying, every time
Come on
the
over
hut,
to my room.
Is it
every time the hut
messy?
goes down, it puts us in danger.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's avoidable. So I don't know.
I mean, technically
Most,
avoidable with buckets.
I mean, at the very least,
Well,
we're
no,
keeping away
'cause-
other pirate ships who may not be like
Actually, I guess yeah.
locked on us. So
Unless they have very powerful magic, most divination spells have to be actively cast, and they wouldn't know when the hut is down. So it's not very likely.
Well, I
Really,
also
you
don't
just
think most
use
divination
that.
magics are casted by a giant Iron Maiden and cause an X to hover above the ship. I don't know. It just
Like I said, there's
We're-
always
yeah,
exceptions.
We're
But
just doing a lot of what ifs. Chances are that they can still track us by ship. They know what ship we're on. So, this is just a nice little, like, if this slows them down just a little bit.
yeah.
It's not necessary for our ship.
we could also change our masthead again. If you want to do that.
And we do have
colors.
the second the flag that we can fly.
Suma, do you have detect
Mhm.
magic, or Ruby, do either of you have detect magic?
I do, yes.
Can you cast it and see if there's a new thing on said ship? I know a ship's pretty big, but I assume that means also whatever's placed on a ship is big.
I
Sure.
could. Yeah.
Could you?
Yeah.
Just now?
I could. The only caveat is if I want to canvas the whole ship, I'd have to leave the hut. So it's up to you.
That's worth it for me.
Sure. I'll if you think it's best, I'm happy to do whatever.
I think a few moments without the hut, but knowing if the ship can be tracked is far more important.
Mm-hmm. Especially if we could dispel it.
Because if also, like, the ship can be tracked and we can't get rid of it, the hut serves very little purpose.
All right. I'll put up a detect magic and I'll go wandering about.
You wander about. You don't pick up. So on this floor, if you go through the entire ship, On this floor, you don't pick up any magical senses from anything that you weren't expecting there to be there. Like, Simon's gonna have, um, I guess, some stuff maybe that you've lent him. Andros doesn't have anything. Uh, the ship itself is vaguely magical, kind of beyond the ken of like mortal schoolings type of magic because it's a magical pirate ship. You go up to the top and you go. So the X no longer is hovering above your ship. You look around and you can detect where it is. You can immediately sense where it is. It has been onto your sails. And as you kind of detect, you notice another one on your hull and on kind of on both sides of the hull. So your ship has been marked with this X in multiple directions. You kind of channel your detect magic spell at each of them, and what you get, the ping that you get back is more that this is a transmutative spell, or perhaps like that's more like changing just appearance or just imposing this onto. It's more of a symbol, like a scarlet letter, than it is. You don't pick up any divination magic. It is not literally a beacon. Well, it's not magically a beacon. It would literally be a beacon if someone were to see it. Um, yeah. So this would not preclude, um, you know, uh, the maiden from attending to scry in different ways. But this is the X itself is not kind of like homing people into your position. It's just hey, if any pirate ship sees you, it's on site.
Maybe we do want to put up those second sails just in case.
All right, can we?
I'm not sure if it sticks.
Can we paint over the ones on the ship, or does it go beyond the paint?
I know that.
It is. It's more of like, I would say, yeah, you can definitely paint over it, but to paint something on the side of a ship that is moving would probably be difficult. And would you have that much paint on hand?
Oh, I mean not paint.
Just like gallons and gallons of paint.
I always have gallons of paint on me. Just so
What you don't know
I'm
that
an
we were prepared.
artiste.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I do have some from when we painted the ship last.
Nico, are you sure you don't have gallons of paint with you? If anyone's on
I'm
this,
so sorry, Captain. There's not exactly gallons of paint aboard. However, I have cloth. Nico has cloth.
I mean, hey, if we
Just
have
make a tarp.
if we have enough, like, cloth, we could probably put a tarp over it at least.
Yeah.
If we got enough, let's scrounge that up. Put a new set of sails on, and
I can use water walk. Walk around the ship.
Well.
Does that?
well,
The problem is that it's moving,
yeah,
really.
we can
Because
weigh
you
anchor
have to
and
be
do
like
this.
keeping up.
Let's just weigh anchor and do this. It's not going to lose that much time. It's going to
Okay.
lose a little bit of time, but still, like, this is
Yeah,
far more important right now.
I would say the process of doing the tarp and changing the sails out and like this, like, tarps do not come in that size that it would cover that much space naturally. You would have to put work into sewing them together or like tying them together in some way, and then replacing all the sails is a lot of work. I'm gonna say this is probably gonna take 2 hours to kind of fully cover up each mark on both sides and change the sails, and also the process of weighing anchor and then lifting it up again. So are you guys gonna do that first, or are you going to do the spell magic first, or like what's the order that you want to do this in?
I think it's better if we do it first, just due to the fact that the longer we don't do this, if someone sees our ship, the higher chance of someone attacking us. Anyone have any other magical things?
Makes sense. That timeline works for me.
Alright, Suma, start casting that bubble for when we do this. Just so, we don't get caught.
How about it?
Well, you return back. You take the 11 minutes, I think, that it would take to ritually cast, unless you want to use a third level spot.
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Not for this dude.
You ritually cast Suma's tiny hut inside your room once more, or I guess wherever it is you would like to do that. The rest of you get to work. You see Shaz is there, and he's helping
My man.
tie up. You
Trying those
see he's
knots.
helping tie. He's like, this is my favorite thing to do.
So cool.
Helping tie up the
New
tarps,
captain.
and it's really a whole crew-wide effort to get sales are enormous.
Yeah.
To
And
be able
weigh
to,
a bit.
kind of, and they weigh quite a bit. You need like a lot of manpower to kind of fold it up. You kind of probably
Ooh,
only
manpower.
place would be to take it all the way down to like the storage like at the bottom. You guys are able to do that. And a couple hours pass, 2 hours pass. Suma, you are there with Beta. He seems pretty silent and contemplative, perhaps knowing that his presence is not super wanted at the moment and is trying to is just being quiet, staying out of the way. The rest of you, is there anything specific you want to be doing? Also, important roles.
I would like to send Fields out a mile away from the ship and make her do circles.
Yeah, I mean,
Poor
she flies.
Phils.
She flies fast, but to get a mile, to do a mile like circle.
Oh
with a
yeah,
mile,
I know it's gonna
radius,
take a while.
Yeah, it's like a very slow
Yeah.
radar sweep.
Yeah, but ships aren't like. Well, ships are relatively quick. It depends, but I said it.
She could just get super high up and then just stay there and then look around.
Well, once you get high enough, then the clouds would be in the way, unless it's a not cloudy day. Also, the higher would you get, isn't there like a wind an actual issue with someone that has like 3 strength, 4 strength?
Yeah, the wind would definitely get pretty intense the further up you go. Yeah. You do a sweep. Feels as a sweep, kind of as the sail switching process is going.
Yeah. She's not really necessary.
Go ahead and make a perception check for Feels.
Ooh.
See, guys, it wasn't that bad of an idea. Perception,
There's
she's
some-
good with that.
A 19.
Use your port and make it bad.
Wait, you can't see her. She's
Neither
a
of you
mile
can see
away.
that roll. Neither of you can see. They're really there to like impact that. Heels shoots back, and she says, "I don't see any ships around here, but I do see these really big birds. They don't seem to be coming in the direction of the ship,
Big
but they
bird.
seem to be like sweeping the area, if that makes sense.
Give
They
me
look like they don't know exactly where
Dead.
we are, but they know
Oh,
generally
all right,
we're going this way.
and go invisible, obviously, if you're not invisible already.
Confirms
And
it.
I'm gonna look through her eyes to get a look at the birds. I have nature, so I'm gonna try and make a check to see if I know what they are.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what kind of birds we got going on here?
Hell yeah, dude.
We don't know what
Are
kind of.
they penguins?
Where the heck is my?
Ostriches?
It's not letting me find my sheet. I hate when this happens when I like click on it and it's like, now you don't exist. Let me retry.
Hell, who's our captain?
Oh no, they forgot me already. Simon, no.
Oh yeah,
nature.
Simon.
I can't let you do that,
beloved
Galen.
captain.
Oh my god.
With a
No.
17
No.
nature, looking through Fields' eyes and borrowing her skills of perception, you look out into the distance, and because of the angle that the sun is at, you see that these are really just large, dark shapes that seem to have wings. Like it looks like a wing shape, in the sense that where you see like a seagull like flying over a sunset or whatever, you see the silhouette of like like the V essentially. You look up from the place where you're at. These things seem to be way too big to be any bird you've ever heard of at sea, and you were a sailor for a while, so you would know. Birds don't get this big.
Unless it's
They appear to be birds, though.
Get closer. If you can, Fields.
Okay.
She's invisible.
Okay. She zooms in that direction, and feels goes, getting closer, and she stops when she gets far enough away to get a clear visual on this. These are not birds. These seem to be very large suits of armor with metal wings growing out of the back, which seem to have the ability to fly, although the wings don't really do a lot of flapping.
Are they like
And they're
Iron
kinda-
Maiden-esque, or people are in there?
From the way that their arms move, this looks like people are in there. And they seem to be like kind of doing a search, kind of like looking out in the distance, trying to like spot.
Is it somewhat
Something.
like a clunkier form of Vulture from Spider-Man?
Sure, yeah. The wingspan is not that big.
Okay.
The wingspan is not that big. No, yeah.
That's
But
terrifying.
yeah,
Okay.
like solid suits of like plate armor. Like you can't really see much in the way of faces.
Or skin.
However, Gallet, you watch as these group of these flying suits of armor, one of them takes off its helmet. And then you all kind of stop as if kind of like exhausted and start taking a break. One of them takes off their helmet, and you see that it's a female minotaur, and one that looks very familiar to you.
Yeah. Just if anyone happens to be looking at the tart process and like, what's Gallet doing? He's just like,
Blue screened in the distance.
Loading symbol.
Yeah, just buffering.
yeah. Feels stay far enough away, but keep an eye on them. Make sure if they're getting closer to our boat, you warn us. And I go out of the trance.
Okay, got it. You zoom back into yourself.
I'm gonna see. I think like a wisdom check for this. Let's see.
For sure. Sounds good.
Okay, yeah, Gallet just tries to find a chair as he's trying to just quell a bit of a panic attack happening.
Gellert, are you okay?
Yeah,
Go out of it.
yeah. Ah. She's alive. Oh.
Feels?
Okay. You know how I sent Fields out to just monitor the area? Yeah, she saw some flying people, like, they got wings and they're all metal.
What?
Yeah, and I know one of them. She was on my ship.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm sort of not processing what's happening right now. Ruby?
You called?
Take care of the ship for a little bit.
What does that mean?
Right now, just take captain duties. Your vice
What's wrong
captain.
with him? Are you sleepy again?
Nah, I'm wide awake, unfortunately. Just right now, I'm not fit.
Just happened.
I saw an old crewmate. She's alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ex-lover.
No.
Oh.
Ruby,
What?
that was not appropriate.
Yeah.
It's clearly out of it.
Yeah.
Well, what's...
I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm freaking out a little bit.
Why are you so traumatized then? I don't understand.
I thought I killed everyone on the there was no survivors but me.
Oh.
She's... I mean, if there was anyone to survive, she would be one. But she's part of the Maiden now?
So, does
Ah.
she like, are you guys on good terms? Or
We were on good
not
terms before I
really?
summoned a genie to destroy the ship.
Oh, does she know you did that?
Oh, that was very apparent that it wasn't apparent that I did it on purpose, but it was definitely a cause-effect scenario. Sort of took away a lot from her, from everyone there, most of their lives. I assume.
So you're saying she's probably not going to be happy to see you.
I probably I'm not gonna be good at. I don't know what to say to her. Hey, whoopsie daisy, killed us all. Haha.
Mm.
How's the maid? Like, there's nothing good about this.
She's part of the Maiden?
She was wearing the armor.
Wait.
Also, yeah, giant flying metal people. If that wasn't, yeah.
Yes, that threw me off a bit. What do you mean flying people that
Okay.
are metal? Is it
Yeah.
like is it like Tinkerton?
No, there are people in there. It's like suits of armor with wings. And they can fly.
Well, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dangerous. And she's not, like, guys, she wasn't like a slouch. She's scary.
Were they like moving their arms to keep themselves up?
No, the wings weren't even moving. It was scary. They were practically T-posing.
That is very intimidating.
Yes! I don't understand it either. But we need to evade them at all costs.
Maybe we could disguise you, just in case we do.
We can't disguise the ship.
Well, I think the problem is
Right.
if she may become even more angry if she sees you, so maybe
Exactly.
you look different. Well, granted, I don't think it's going to change the way they approach our ship.
Yeah, that.
Probably still going to attack.
You
Then
know, let's...
maybe it could have a surprise element, like if you need to whip off your costume, you're like, ha!
I'm not.
Remember me?
I'm
it was
not,
me.
I'm not in a ha mood,
It was
guys. I am
me.
not in
Okay.
a ha mood.
Now, do you know for sure that she knows you're the reason this happened and that she'll be mad at you?
The last moments we've had with my crewmates was everyone accusing me of doing something to Alicerius. Me saying, with my final wish for the genie to come out, and then a giant storm tore the ship apart, and I thought killed everyone.
She might know.
You see the ship, like the broken ship on my ring? Pretty sure that's our ship.
Oh. Well, maybe you can just feign innocence. You know, like, oh man, that was weird.
Guys, this is not joke time for me. I know I'm usually joke
I'm not
guy.
joking. I feel like we may. That sounds like a difficult fight. They're flying machine things. That sounds scary.
Yeah, we're staying away from them.
If there's a chance we can talk our way out of a fight if they find us, I'm just saying maybe we should think about that.
If it comes to it, I'll try to talk to them, but it's not gonna go well.
Okay. Anyways, you need time or space or whatever, right? I'm in charge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down, Power. That's one.
Yeah.
That's our
Disguise yourself
therapist.
if you have time. I feel like it'd be helpful for you to be disguised, just in case. I'm like pretty sure she's gonna be pissed at you. So.
Ruby, are you sure you shouldn't talk to him? To Gallet?
Can I just go with Suma?
Oh,
Can I just stay with Suma?
Yeah, Suma's.
Yeah, that works too.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Suma a little bit. Like, you see the emotions on my face. Hey, Suma.
Oh my.
Dealing with a lot right now.
What's happening?
Face the bubble.
I tell her everything. Yeah, metal people. My old crewmates alive.
Betta looks up. Because Betta's still fully there,
Yeah.
right? He looks up and he goes, that would be the Valkyries I was telling you about.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. The crew, alive crew name?
Rosh.
And you're not on friendly terms then?
I don't know. When we were on friendly terms, she was still scary.
You see, Beta goes, "Wait, you knew Rosh?"
Oh no, she's made
You
a
know
name
her
for
from your
herself.
time on the
Of
crew.
course.
Huh. You see, Beta goes,
That's a yes.
"Well, she is an incredibly formidable fighter. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. Probably one of the most dangerous on the ship.
Good, good.
She wasn't a Valkyrie in the time I was there because I left shortly after she was picked up. But I think even then she was starting to gain people's respect very quickly.
She's good at that.
Only the best warriors get selected to be Valkyries.
Does this change our plan? Should we book it, or should we keep?
No matter what, we can't fight them, or we should. That's I don't think we'll do that well, personally, or at least I won't. When you're fighting someone you don't really care to fight against, it's a lot easier to be like efficient and go for the if you have to go for the kill. I think I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that with Rosh. She taught me some Minotaur. She was one of my only friends on the ship. Even though she's a bit rude, she can be a bit rude. Yeah, can I just lay on your bed for a little bit?
Be my guest.
Oh, okay.
Should I relay any messages upstairs? Should we bring up the anchor and go?
Don't worry, Ruby's making decisions now. We're in her trustworthy hands.
That should be interesting.
I trusted her with this position.
Just go back to my journaling, like, yes.
Camera in on her, she's sleeping.
Ruby's got the booze out. Finally, I'm in shock.
I've got
She's sitting in your chair in your room,
a
just kicked back.
tiny emo boy and a big dwarf in my room.
Suma's like,
What
Dad,
kids I'm
Dad responsibilities are piling up today.
There's a reason I went to
He
Suma.
is boiling.
While Ruby and I are like gone, I'll actually say to Ruby, aren't you supposed to be like helping him through this?
What do you mean?
I mean, aren't you the therapist? I thought that was your job.
But that's not gonna take precedence over captaining a ship.
Well, I mean, I
You-
suppose
Luck, do you want to be his therapist?
I never said I wanted to.
Do you think
Okay.
it's important? Because you can.
Well,
you can be
I
the deputy.
Okay, I didn't mean to make this an argument. I just wanted to bring up that it's kind of your job, and you haven't really done it as far as I've seen.
I've done it. What are you talking about? Like,
Whenever
maybe we
anyone
can-
has problems, you walk away. You try to get away from it.
Well, no one. Okay, people know to come to me. I have a schedule.
That's true.
You know, I have office hours, so like people can come during those times.
Those hours
but-
available? I don't even know what your hours are. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, it was an orientation. Were you not at orientation?
I think I missed that day.
We all got a packet.
In fact, I don't think I was invited.
We did
Wait,
therapize
wait.
Simon once, kind of.
That did happen.
Wait, so can we say that I have been? Because I feel like in my head I was thinking like people could. Be
Yeah, I mean,
like,
there's a lot of there was a lot of free time in between in this voyage so far. It's mostly been uneventful, other than the fight with the maiden that one day. I'll say maybe a couple of people have come up, not a ton because pirates don't often seek to do this. Like you probably haven't seen much of Andros in your quarters. Maybe Shaz. Yeah, you distinctly remember Shaz stepping into your room one time, and he's like,
Mm.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm invisible on this ship. I work hard. I do my best.
Anymore.
I'm
Mhm,
always
mhm.
helping. I tie lots of knots all the time. And that's very important on a ship. And
Oh,
if you
that's
think
what Shaz
people
is.
people just don't even look at me. It's like I'm not even
Right.
there.
Right. Well, the issue is a lot of people on this ship have main character syndrome. So
What?
you just
What is that? That's like
see
in
they
fiction. I
think.
don't read a lot of books.
Okay, no worries. It's like you feel like you're the center of the universe, and that the whole story kind of pivots around you and your actions and your stories.
Right.
But yes, it's I I I I believe that's why you're feeling this way. Totally sympathize. We're
See,
going to have we're gonna have a Chaz Chronicles, like a side, like it's gonna be all about you. You're gonna get more
he cries
screen time.
immediately. He cries immediately. He says, "Do you really believe that?"
Yes, for
He
sure.
goes,
Deception check.
"That's that's very sweet of you, Miss Ruby. Thank you. I can't wait to talk to Lula about this."
Who?
He walks out of the room. Cannoneers B are gonna love
Cannoneers
this.
B?
I like to imagine all of that was Ruby correcting me and just describing an encounter of her being a therapist.
Yeah,
Like, see, so I have been doing my job.
Simon was my
Yeah,
stenographer.
and the
Look at the
flashback.
notes.
Yeah, that was the flashback. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
as you conclude that flashback, you look over and you see Shaz like very dramatically like tying knots and like doing the tarp, like he's swishing his long hair around. He's like I don't think I ever described him.
Fabio.
I'm pretty sure he was an elf. He's a young looking wood elf, a little bit shorter. Definitely pretty scrawny. Doesn't look like he could do much in a scrap, but he has like long wavy bronze hair and like a sharp nose, like pointy at the end, and these big ears and like bushy eyebrows, and he's kind of just like, I'm helping. And then
Good job,
nobody's paying attention to
Chaz.
him.
Good job.
Nobody is paying attention to him. You briefly see him for a second, and then it's almost like the narrative pushes your eyes away back to like the main character Alok, and away from Shaz, because that was his one moment of being in the background.
Wow, Alok,
Uh,
you're a main character. The DM
Oh,
said it.
I thought I was a side character.
Wow.
you're a main character. You're all main characters. Um,
Okay.
Great.
That's what we want Fred to believe.
Well,
So-
I did want to. There's more to the conversation.
Yeah.
The reason I brought this up is just because Gallet's been through a lot, and I feel like someone needs to be there for him. And I know Suma does. I try, but I am not the best with people. I don't know. I just felt like it might help him if you help him talk through things, or at least let him vent or something. I
Okay.
just he's our captain. And our friend. So I just wanted to bring this up.
Good point. I will, when we have a second, I will mandate that he spend some time talking to me. As the wisest person on the ship, I think should spread that wisdom around. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to say.
It's a lot. You usually don't. That's what
That's
usually
my
only
bad.
say 5 words to me a day. So
Yeah, I'll never
that's-
do it again. I'm sorry.
It's fine. That's just wasn't expecting that. It's exceeded your quota.
Yeah, that's probably it for the week.
Okay, that's fair. And then I'll just start like yelling out orders like, Chaz, pull it in tighter. I don't
Is
know.
it Shaz?
No ship commands.
How do you spell it?
Ruby. As you finish your conversation with Alok, and you guys are above deck, right? You guys are kind of like on the deck of the ship.
Yes.
Uh, Make a perception check for me.
Cool.
Sick.
Uh,
That's the captain
Nah.
perception check we're talking about.
Nothing going on. Yeah, you turn your back from him and you just go about your yelling orders. You see everyone goes, "Oh, got it, got it, got it." Shaz goes, "She said my name." Aye, aye. And goes ahead and you guys lift or like toss over the tarp. You see immediately the sailors are scrambling to lift the anchor because you guys had anchored down lifting the anchor back up. The newly attached sails are being unfurled currently, and as the anchor finally comes all the way on board, the ship begins to move once more. Um, Alok, what are you doing around this time? So Galat and Suma are in the bubble, hanging out with Beta. Ruby is probably at this at the helm, manning the wheel. Alok, where would you be? Would you go back downstairs, or would you be just hanging out somewhere?
Well, I think technically my job is supposed to be in the crow's nest. I just have never done it.
Cool.
So I think I'll go up there.
Cool. You go up
Oh.
to the crow's
True.
nest.
True.
That ladder that you had like strung together before holds your weight just fine as you ascend all the way up to the crow's nest. Sitting up there, the wind in your hair, you without any perception check needed, you see that the sky above you begins to darken a little bit. Um, like as clouds kind of like begin to appear in view, beginning to kind of block out the sun. You seem to be sailing towards a decently big cloud. Doesn't seem to be necessarily a storm cloud, but things are getting a little bit darker. Make a perception check for me from the crow's nest. I'm gonna say with advantage, as you are, have the highest point of vantage or scanning route. Nice. Um, on that 19, you see in the far, far distance, keenly, um, you see the figures, like three, what you would probably surmise. Alok didn't pick that up.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was the bow. I got the other
Yeah,
bow.
he chose the other bow, which
Okay.
is
I thought there,
arguably
I thought there
cooler.
was a scarf thing.
Um, you do see the Valkyries, which you wouldn't know they're called that, but kind of flying off. They don't seem to be headed in your direction. So it seems that they are still kind of scanning the area, flying a bit lower to the sea level, perhaps conserving energy or whatever they might be doing. Feels is still tailing them, but you can't see Feels. Um, you by chance, after doing a sweep, look down, and for the first time, you see your amulet is green, but a swirl of red is like going through it. Like it's slowly bubbling and turning red on your chest.
Can I look at it closer? Is there like a pattern to it swirling, or?
Sure. You look through. It almost looks like if you were to mix two different paints together, and someone is like swirling it and mixing it up, but it's less that they're adding together to form a new color, and more like the red is slowly taking over the entire thing.
Okay, and I've never seen that before.
You've never seen this happen before with your amulet. It's
And
glowed green when it's ready to activate, but watching it turn red is not something that you've ever seen before.
I look back at the clouds, see if there's anything weird about the clouds going on right now.
Um, Borrowing that 19, nothing weird with the clouds. It's just getting a little bit darker. Perhaps it might rain at some point, but you don't think it's not like a massive storm cloud is very noticeable
Yep.
at sea. You would know we're about to sail into a storm. It's more like it's about to get a little bit, maybe a little bit darker, maybe a little bit heavier, maybe a bit of rainfall. It's hard to tell unless you want to throw me a nature check to determine, hey, what do those clouds mean?
Yeah, sure, why not?
At 22, definitely gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Not now, right? It's like you're gonna sail into it for a while. It'll be kind of like cloudy for a while, and it might rain a little bit later. Um, you can kind of feel that on the wind as well. Like it'll rain later today. Not now.
Okay. I guess I'll just sit down. Just continue staring at the amulet, waiting for anything else to happen with it. Anything more revealing.
Sure. You just sit down. You're gonna sit cross-legged in the crow's nest. and you watch as slowly more and more of the green fades to red. Um, you glance down at it, and you hear a voice in your ear say, "I told you they were gonna come for you."
Oh shit. And I look over. Do I see her?
Yeah, you see her kind of hovering. She's kind of like her hands on the banister of the crow's nest, like hovering off of it.
They're coming now. Is that what this means? They're on their way.
She nods and she says, "They don't pick like super convenient times. I don't know if they pick the times where they come or not, but as in my experience, it was usually at the worst time imaginable." Um,
How much time do I have?
she looks over at the amulet. She says, "I don't know, a couple hours maybe, 1 hour. I'm not sure."
Okay, that's not good. I need to warn the others. What are they normally like? Do you remember any tips on how best to take them on?
Well, the first couple times aren't going to be that bad. Your friends seem pretty strong. They seem like they really like you and they'll defend you. It's more what happens later. You beat some of them off, and then they keep sending more and more and more and more, and it never stops. You fight them the way you'd fight anything, although I guess if you have weapons that are magical, I would use those. I think your bow is, though.
It is. Okay. Thank you for all this. I need to tell everybody else quick to get ready.
Okay. And you see she says, "They come near you. So if you want to protect lives, I would have I would pick your spot essentially."
Okay. Will do.
She vanishes back into your animal.
I have notes to take quickly, but I will be going down.
We're getting into everybody's lore today. Okay?
I will find.
Everything happens at once.
Yeah, Ruby.
Yep, yep.
Okay,
Whistling.
so
Southern accent jump out just now?
just driving like this.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
Not
try to
even
escape it, but you
sailing.
can't.
Like whistling.
Popeye. Yeah. So big problem. And I'll hold up the amulet. It's turning red, and that means
No
that.
problem we can't handle.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right, but I believe we
loving
should
the
be
Ruby
prepared.
content right now.
We should be prepared for such problems.
Be specific. What's the
Okay,
problem?
so I don't know what is coming, but he like does quotations. They are coming. There's something about this amulet being mad at me for not using it. That whole thing I talked about. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
So they being anybody who could pose a danger to us.
They, as in probably some strange ghosts or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
that's my guess. I have no idea.
is it? It's not the Valkyrie. Like, oh
No.
wait, I don't know them yet. I don't know them yet. Never mind.
No,
it's not the
those-
winged people. It's not the winged
Yeah.
people over there.
The
Okay.
flying Warforge things. I'm still confused about what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no.
Birds.
They
Bird people.
Skarmory? I don't know. But it seems that it is different, and hopefully they don't get involved or notice the conflict. But I think it's coming, and we should probably prepare the fighters somewhere on the ship to fight them, and the rest of the crew somewhere else, so that way they're safe.
Cannon. We'll prepare Cannoner B. Cannoner. Is it Cannoner?
I don't think they exist. No, well, the cannoneers probably, that's how you say it.
Cannoneers.
I imagine they're not going to be much help when the threat is on the ship. No, I don't think
Oh,
we're
right.
coming out of the ship, so. think
Okay.
it's
Okay.
best to just leave this to the four of us and maybe Suzanne and Andros if they want to join it.
What happened?
Chaz is pretty strong too. Just kidding.
He can tie them up for us.
That is like,
Okay.
someone said my name. I feel important. Yeah.
A brief mention. How soon? Do you know how soon it's coming?
Yes, about that. It could be anywhere between like an hour to multiple hours. It could be like way later. It could be like
Okay.
half an hour away. I don't know. It could be very. It's very on.
Great.
Yeah. No, it's not easy.
Very non-specific.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
so
this. I got this.
I
Okay,
believe in you, Captain.
Yes.
What do we do
Um,
first?
Let's get Suma and Gallet up here. Maybe Beta
Yeah,
can
this
make
whole
himself
time we've just been
useful, too.
playing cards or something.
You guys have been playing Pie Show downstairs the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, go fish. I'm still not. I'm
Wow,
new
you're
to
getting
the
good at
rule.
this, Gallup.
Thank you.
You're just like,
I-
hey, remember that one time I told that lady I'd come back and give her another Pie Show set? That was so weird.
I remember that. I never came back.
I should mention too. I thought this was gonna be an easy day. I did not prepare.
Oh God.
Genocide.
Okay.
I
Well,
prepared this magic and remove curse and water walk.
well,
because
you
I
have
thought-
your healing things, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well, that's good. I think that's. I don't
This is
think anyone's gonna die if we're prepared and
Okay.
we're smart. And dear.
Okay.
Well, let's go get the others.
Yeah. Let's get the others.
And we're down there.
Whoa, everyone's in my room. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, am I down there too? I feel like I'd be up. I'm gonna still be up there, just like
Oh,
in case things go wrong.
but I've hit my quota for talking. Oh no. Maybe I got to talk more.
Disgusting.
Alright, I guess I'll just knock on the door and be like, hello? Suma?
Yes, we're in here.
Hey, big problem. Very big
Oh
problem.
dear. Open the door. What is it now?
Okay, so, and I'll just hold up the amulet and be like, see the-
Exposition.
yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah,
Exposition.
basically what I just said to Ruby.
Power word
Oh,
exposition.
There it
That
is. I love all these
sucks.
power words.
Wait, can someone explain it to me? I wasn't here. I was in the bathroom.
Right.
Okay. Okay, out of character. Basically, amulet is like turning red, and that means that they are coming, whatever they are. It's things that are gonna attack us.
Oh crap.
We have to. Yep, they're coming after me for not using the amulet, and like, hey, maybe we should prepare to fight them. And apparently they're
Also-
gonna. Oh, go on.
Oh, but when you saw the Valkyries from the Crow's Nest, were they also coming? Are they gonna get here at like the same time?
I don't think they noticed.
Fields is
right?
supposed to notify me when they're getting closer.
Yeah.
From what Alok saw, they haven't really spotted the ship yet.
Okay, that's good. That's all.
So,
I wanted to know.
yeah, the idea is the things whatever they are will be probably targeting me more specifically. So we'll want to go somewhere where the crew isn't, so they don't get hurt.
We're somewhat near Pelea, I assume, due to our route.
You're about halfway there.
Yeah, we've got a few days. This is happening
How close are we
probably in an
to-
hour.
How close are we to a landmass?
You are roughly. Whoa. Who drew this here?
I was doing
Was that you? Oh no, it was kind of
No wonder we've been taking so long.
Yeah, I was gonna make a bunch of loops on the way to Pelea.
Roughly. So okay, so the path would have to be from here. Can you see that? What layer am I on? Yeah, okay, I'm on the right layer. You would have to go around here this way. Everyone can see that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You are roughly halfway, which is roughly around here.
Oh crud, we are not
In the
anywhere
middle
near.
of nowhere.
Yeah, it's mostly
Well, we
open
could
sea at this
dock.
point.
We could just dock at the closest island instead of, or I mean,
I'm pretty sure the
But-
problem is
yeah,
there
it's-
aren't islands.
The thing is,
I mean, like,
we're definitely more than an
going-
hour away.
Oh, play. Yeah, no, we're definitely not close enough.
Just speed a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna just have to fight.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
kind of what I was expecting.
Wait,
so
wait,
I think
a
we.
question,
should-
Chino.
Yeah.
Did you so the people that the Valkyries, are they ahead of us like this?
They're a bit behind you. They're as if they were
Behind-
following from Palestrom. They don't know the exact route you took because of the tiny hut.
Okay.
But they don't have an exact pinpoint on your location. It's just Beals was able to like spot them from where they are a whiles away. But they're in the general vicinity of like if you stayed put for long enough, they'd find you.
Okay.
But you're currently, sailing.
Hey Ruby, I know I'm not right now in the mental capacity to handle the
Like
captain
upstairs, by the
princess.
way.
Oh yeah, she's not there.
Ruby did not come down.
Hey Locke, you should probably tell Ruby that we should get our move on no matter what right now. Even if the things come to attack us, we probably should be on a move. We can't be caught.
Yeah, I just think you guys. Yeah, I'll tell her that you guys prepare
Okay.
to be in a fight soon, and also maybe you can tell, or I guess Ruby could tell the crew to get down, bunker down inside their rooms and all that.
Yeah.
Just get safe. Yeah.
No, I'll join you. It's as long as we don't have to deal with Rush, I think I can do something.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be behind you. We got this.
And we
Okay.
go back upstairs.
Switch you back here.
Hey.
All right. So, Beta is probably not going to be there.
Yeah.
Are you going to trying to have Beta fight with you?
Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, don't want to
Be a bad idea.
hurt the merchandise.
So you already
Uh,
want you probably don't want Andros.
We want Andros. Suzanne
You
too.
probably want Suzanne. You probably want
Yeah.
Dell.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
she fight?
huh?
Ooh,
have we
Del.
ever had Dell in a fight with
No,
us?
You've
That-
never
think
had Dell in a
so.
fight.
That-
Well, this would be an awkward
Mm.
conversation getting her
Yeah.
to fight with us.
Yeah, like
I feel like we.
I mean, you definitely have to ask her.
Yeah,
I think we need to play that out.
I didn't plan that out at all. I mean, is she really that much of a fighter? It's been years since she actually used the sword. She might have lost her touch.
Who knows?
I think we need our captain to talk to her and get her to help us.
No, my position is that, which is I don't believe that she's actually that good in combat. I haven't seen anything to prove it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't think Alok would go out of his way
Yeah,
to invite her because he
and
wouldn't
also
know.
just pointing this out there, she is one of the ones that are actually alive. So like that's also
Well,
reasoning.
I think we also could have the conversation of saying, "Hey, bunker down.
Yeah.
Shit's about to get real."
Yeah. I'll tell Delmia. Hey, Delmiela. Right now, some ghosts are probably going to come to fight. You two should probably hunker down with the rest of them.
You see Dell goes, ghosts?
Yeah, ghosts.
Does this have anything to do with
The amulet.
Ghost Boy?
Amulet. Yeah, ghost boy. So you should probably stay down where it's safe. Don't worry, we can handle this.
You might need me.
Okay.
She do magic?
You should stay. You should stay down. It's gonna get dangerous up there.
Okay. I'll stick around and I'll make sure nothing comes downstairs.
Yeah, you do that.
All right. Then Dell, is not there anymore. Dell is gonna be downstairs.
I think it makes sense. Keep everybody down there.
Oh,
safe.
yeah.
I mean,
She'll never fight.
Yeah, never. That'd be fucking crazy if she did.
she doesn't even have stats. She's a commoner. You know.
You want me to tell you what she is? I can.
A
Mhm,
bartender.
I feel
Uh,
that's surely a ranger.
she had this whole speech about killing people before, so you don't know.
Yeah, she's sort of,
Um,
Fucking barbarian. Actually,
She's-
monster.
Well, I won't say anything. All right. So you guys, are there any special preparations you want to make You don't know what's coming. You don't know how many of them there will be. You don't know much about what's about to happen. You guys can take whatever precautions you want to take.
Um,
I will say all that running around and escorting people, it's taken maybe roughly like 40 minutes to like get everything that you wanted set up. And during this time, the hut would be down on the Suma is like staying in there, making his preparations downstairs.
So I don't know exactly how this is gonna work. Do you think you could put that hut up here, Suma, and maybe I
I can, yeah.
could pop in and out of it? Or, well, then I guess you would be stuck.
Well, the only limitation is I have to be in it. So where you go, I can.
That's right. Well, then never mind. But I think because they're coming after me, and I would prefer to use the bow. Is there a way you guys could keep them off of me? Oh yeah. Also, that's a good point. Try to stick to magical attacks because they may be resistant. Crazy word to throw out there. To non-magic.
yeah.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. That's
It may not be as
mechanics.
effective. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
That's weird. Resistant to
knows?
bludgeoning, slashing, and
So you're saying
piercing
they're gonna come here within like, I don't know, an hour or so?
well, it's been about
It's
40
been-
minutes. So.
Yeah, unless you're having this conversation like prior to that, but
Okay, then
This
when I
after.
feel like it's time, I'll make some ham familiars.
some pew pew pew.
I'm gonna make how many can I make at this level? Let's see.
You tell me, brother.
However you well, it doesn't summon
I have
three.
no idea.
Okay, okay, so I can make 3. Yeah, I can make 3.
Oh my god.
2 imps and 1 quasit.
2 imps, 1 quasit.
And Fields will
Wait.
not be in this battle because she's keeping an eye on Rosh.
Is this a third level spell or a second level spell?
2nd level. I'm using it as a 3rd. Because,
Oh, gotcha.
Warlock.
Is that why? Oh, right. Okay.
I am one of those.
It was putting in the chat as a conjuration 3.
Yeah, because at that level.
Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Time to make my little babies.
Feel free to put yourselves in whatever order fashion you would like.
We should probably put Alok in, like, honestly, a very defensible location, it looks like, on here is just straight up here. Like,
Well, okay, so out of character, is the staircase to the bottom half here? Is it right underneath the
There's 2. There's one right here and then one right here.
Oh, those are staircases down? Wait.
Yeah.
hey, Ruby, you should probably add HP to your body before we
No,
start.
I mean staircases like down to the inner part of the ship.
Oh, the
Inside.
inner part of
Oh.
the ship. They're this. It's like this staircase right here. Goes down below.
Which one?
Right here. Am I paying on the?
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
How do I make my default color not like the shittiest color imaginable?
Click on your color at the bottom left next to your name and change it.
Oh, brother. Thank you.
Well, we don't know exactly the nature of how they're going to be attacking. I don't know if they're going to appear right on top of me or they're going to attack the ship.
I love this.
So I think that maybe standing near the edge might not be a good thing if they come from the side of the ship. But if they just appear on the ship, then maybe in the center of all of you, I don't know.
No.
We just standing right here.
How close should I be? Like, I don't think I want to be that close to y'all. Let me see.
I have a bookkeeping question about my cool wind sword. What kind
Yes.
of sword is it?
What does Suma normally use?
Rapier.
Then it is a rapier.
Okay.
It's whatever the Silk Mother would have watched you use on her.
Oh, then yes, I was using a rapier, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will preemptively cast. Bless helpful?
Bless is always helpful.
Oh.
Yes. Maybe
campaign.
Just a tiny bit.
it might be.
Yes.
Wow, it's been.
I did not.
I'd recommend holding your action to cast it until like right when combat starts to get the full minute.
Yeah, you could say hold the action to cast bless because
Oh, because only 1 minute.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay,
Uh,
do that.
I'm gonna go on the crow's nest. I got a good ranged attack.
Mm.
And
Right.
Ruby, can you just for this fight give your earring to Alok?
Sure.
So Alok and Gallat have it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
And I would like to hold an action to activate my sash.
Got it.
Ooh.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Where would you
For-
want
for the
Suzanne and
full minute.
Andros? Are there any other people? Let me see. You don't really have any other fighter than Dell. Miela's not
Simon.
gonna fight. Tink is not a fighter.
Yo, Simon can cast
Simon?
light.
Simon's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
well, if you happen to not be able to see them,
It's an evocation spell too. It must be damage.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could just have bodies up here. They're not gonna die.
Candace B.
you do not know actually what happens when they are destroyed or killed. Suzanne has
Oh.
gone down. Andros has gone down, but they haven't been killed. Killed.
Right. Dead. Yeah.
So you don't actually know what would happen to them. I mean, you can
Human
find
shield.
out if you want. You can find
Aramis
out
just
if
say
you
that
want.
they'd come back in like a few weeks or something.
I was losing
Maybe
work
they'll
for
lose their memories though. I mean, I don't
No, we don't.
know.
Yeah, we don't know about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I'd
just
be
know
worried
it's
about losing their memories. Cannoneers B, Archers A.
Is this green thing one of your
Yeah.
weirds?
Yeah, that's the Quasit. He's the
Yeah.
disgusting one on your shoulder. His name's
Mhm.
Eduardo.
Yeah.
I did not pick the right spell.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll also. Is there anywhere to stealth? What the hell? Oh god. I need to get more crates on the ship just for me to hide.
Calling you human shield.
Great. Okay. Are we set?
Also, my familiars are invisible.
Gonna hide back.
Your
Here.
familiars are invisible. Got it.
Hide behind the thingy that you dropped in Druid.
Cool. Alok, which way are you facing her?
Well, I think I'm like my back's
Jesus
up against this thing
Christ,
right now.
dude.
So I'm probably facing like the back of the ship.
You're facing this way. Okay.
Probably.
Give me a few seconds then to get a few things in order.
I know.
Like Maria said, the first one's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably super easy, the first one. It's like
Mhm.
the later ones, the ones where it happens without much warning that you probably have to worry about.
There's not gonna be on the other ones. This is the
This
only one.
is almost like the tutorial one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
He's like, we're learning the mechanics here. We're gonna stop and like
Nice.
a ghost's gonna show up and then you're gonna have to like click through something like, did you know that when you get hit by this attack?
Health is low. Use a potion.
Alok, you
You have those potions.
look down as you crouch beneath this thing. Your amulet finally becomes fully red. It lifts off of your chest slightly, waving around a little bit. And you watch as a beam of like light, like almost like a red lightning bolt, crackles through the air and strikes a point right near Ruby. So you were looking around. You were looking around here, right? Like,
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
kind of
direction
watching
you're
that
facing?
way. Yeah, but I'm mostly looking at the
Um,
amulet, but my body facing.
Yeah, so if your body is facing that way, the amulet shoots in a straight line outwards, and you see the lightning bolt stops kind of in the air and pulses out, and you watch as a large red doorway kind of like materializes out of this pulsing, crackling red arcane energy as this gateway opens from this plane to somewhere else. It appears, and I'm going to mark that visually with this red circle, if that seems fair. Ruby, you are currently right next to it as this happens. You do have time. It's not like
Welcome back,
Why?
Ruby.
Hey.
As this happens, you definitely have time to like move away from whatever's gonna come out of this thing if you want.
I would like to do that.
I like
Yeah.
duck around to the side instead.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe I'll do something like this.
Cool. Yeah, as this thing is like
Suzanne.
formulating out of this like crackling energy, this doorway appears. You see a
Am I
little
still okay?
yeah,
Good
a
luck,
little
Suzanne.
light flashes through. Suzanne would definitely back the fuck up as well.
She
Knowing
brings out her knives.
Andros would step a little forward. A little light
Hey.
appears like in the crack in between, and the door creaks open. Inside, you can see directly through it as if seeing into this other dimension. You see darkness and boiling flame, and you hear screams from inside of it. You are looking into some type of portal into some sort of dark, fucked up place. Immediately, the stench of sulfur and blood and smoke reaches out to you. And you watch as a figure emerges from the portal, kind of walks through. He appears to be. You immediately clock him as some kind of infernal creature. Large black horns, like a very sharp, chiseled face, and like kind of like eyebrows that curl up at the ends. Not exactly handsome, but not exactly ugly either. Just otherworldly in the way that his face looks. You can see that like part of his like parts of his face look like it's like see-through and just like skeleton, like skull underneath. Like in patches, his red skin is like bare, and like you can see the bones underneath, and they end in these absurdly sharp claws. He is draped only in a single black cloth that's like tattered at the ends, and in one hand, it's like a spindly black, almost as if regular wood, but just like deeply charred. Some kind of like wooden staff, perhaps, that like curves out like this at the ends. He looks around and he says, "Oh, what? Is he hiding? Where is he?"
Oh my god.
No.
Where is
Whispering
he?
guy.
Where is he?
Oh.
Mama, is that you?
He looks over at Andros and he goes, "Not you." Looks over at Suma. "Definitely not you. Where is the bearer?" Not gonna
Don't.
speak up.
Wait, no,
And
we don't.
I'll activate my sash and I'll man, do I want to rid myself? Nah, someone
Nah.
else attack.
I just shoot him. I just shoot him
There
from
you go.
above.
There we go.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Reservoir rifle. Missed.
Oh, boy.
Reservoir
Does not
rifle
hit,
missed.
does not hit. You
Eh.
see two bolts, and you see he quickly spins like this, like staff he has, just deflects both of them. And he says, "You know, boys," and he looks behind him, and you guys don't see anything, but you feel of like extremely heavy footsteps come up to the sides of this figure. Um, uh, Definitely some sort of invisible presence. There's two of them next to him. And he says, "So here's the thing. We're not allowed to kill the bearer. We're not. It's against the rules. I hate it, right? I don't like it personally. But the rules is the rules, and we gotta stick by the rules. Right, boys?" And you just hear kind of next to him, and he goes, "Well said." Looks over at the rest of you, and he says, "Consider this a formal warning. This is our version of politeness, essentially. There's rules to the thing you got around your neck, wherever you might be. And if you don't follow them, then it kind of ruins the game a little bit, and everybody gets kind of upset. Okay? So if you want to be a pal, if you want to be nice, you're gonna play along. But if you don't, then we start breaking your friends' bones. And when they die, if you don't use it, then I get to use them as toothpicks, which is still fun for me, but less fun than if we get to play the game. Got it? Okay, bye bye. And you see he
He's just
steps back
leaving?
into the portal. The portal remains there. This gateway remains there. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Do I get to look into the portal?
Yeah, you look through. Is something dark? It's like, go ahead and make perception or investigation, I guess, or history, perhaps.
I was gonna ask for
In-
history. Like
in
I'm pretty sure I
in
know what
your
it is.
readings.
I want to see if Alok
Whoa.
knows.
Oh,
Is
When
it
a
the nine
21
hells?
Is definitely into the 9 house. You can't. I would say even with a 21, you might not know exactly what circle of hell it
Yeah,
might be.
yeah.
It's just that's not really the common thing you would find in a.
Probably
oh,
not
I-
the
did
frozen
I not-
one. Whatever one that one. I think that's the seventh
Probably
layer or
not the
something.
frozen one. Let me clear out some old. Sumas is there. Gallus is there. Alok. Hell
Oh.
yeah.
Alok's the boy.
First time I've done
gonna-
good on initiative. Well,
Very
I'm
important one.
gonna- Can't roll for these things in secret, so I will just have to roll this way.
Another way for secret.
Okay.
By the way, how high is the watch post? The eagle nest?
Which the crow's nest?
Yeah, that. That's the word. I'm the captain.
Roughly 25 feet. I just googled it. It says average around 24. I rounded 25 because D&D wise that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
And also, is Bless
Um,
on us,
so-
Ruby, or are you waiting? for
Yeah,
that
I
one?
would say during that weird speech that devil person was saying, Rube was definitely able to cast a bless really fast.
Yep.
Great.
So
Let me
then
just
Using,
organize you guys.
using the
Okay.
Pythagorean theorem,
Okay.
would that be 30 feet? No.
Do we-
So
are we
this-
doing Pythagorean theorem?
25 feet, and then this is.
Oh, hell yeah.
I tend to just use the highest value, but if you want to Pythagorean
Okay.
theorem, I think that's
15 by 25. I
Okay.
don't even know what. I actually don't know what that is.
It probably doesn't reach me.
You can select 3 people.
I think it's
You can select yourself, and you just need to pick Alok and then maybe Suzanne. Or Andros. Up to you.
Or
I think
Eduardo.
Suma's in range too.
Oh, Suzanne.
'Cause it's
Sorry,
30
Suma
feet.
is in range as well. Yeah, you are correct.
You can choose them.
Um,
If you got an extra, you can just give it to Eduardo.
I would probably do us 3 then, including myself.
it's actually 29 feet away with Pythagorean theorem. So
Oh!
Oh, that's neato,
then.
burrito.
Okay, then. I will give it to all of y'all then.
great. Alok, you are first. You cannot see whatever came out of that portal, but you do know they're somewhere nearby.
they're invisible.
You heard footsteps, but you don't see anything.
That's weird. Like, can I try to get an idea of where they went to, or do I still hear them where they were when they came out?
They
But
made
I have
a
an
lot of
idea of where
noise
the-
when they came out. They would definitely be somewhere within this box. Because Andros would have probably felt if they went out anywhere. Simo probably would have heard more footsteps. They probably came out near the portal and didn't move after that because you didn't hear further footsteps. So they couldn't have gone too far.
Okay. And we heard the footsteps. That's weird. And can I hold my action to attack? Until I
When you see them?
something?
Sure.
Yeah, or until I have a really good idea of where they are.
Yeah. You hold your action, and on initiative count 20, you see the devil-looking figure from before pokes his head back out of the portal and says, "Almost forgot one last thing." He raises a hand and sends fire into the sails.
Crap.
Mm.
Oh my god.
You see the very center of them begin to catch flame. Towards the bottom of it, so it's gonna take a while for it to reach you, Gallet, but he ignites the bottom sails and then disappears once more. Suma, it is now your turn.
Those-
Okay. Can I just where's the fire again? That
Let
he
me
just put on the sand?
draw. I would say it curves, so it will be like at the bottom here somewhere, and it'll begin
I don't know if I can see
spread
where that is. Oh, there
as
it is. Gotcha.
What's it called? As the turns go on, unless something is done about it, yeah, it's gonna keep burning.
Okay. I just call out to Gallet. Wasn't me this time, and I'll try to control flames on the fire.
Oh yeah,
Extinguish it.
cool. Control
Ooh.
flames. You reach out and you calm the flames down. You can just like put them out immediately, right? No roll required. It's just out.
Yes, but it's smaller than I think there are. It's a 5-foot cube per action.
I want to say that it probably 5-foot cube. I will say that works. You cast control flames. It wasn't a magic. He used a spell to set it on fire, but it's not magical in nature. So you use your action to get rid of the flames. You do see that the bottom of the sails have been charred a bit, but extensive damage has not been done because you acted so quickly.
Cool. And after that, I will bonus action Blade Song and just scoot back a little bit. And that's my turn.
Okay. Let's see if this will. Okay. Unlucky. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh wait. This is what you see. You see Andros is standing there, his weapon at the ready, has not had the chance to go into a rage quite yet. And then suddenly a huge face, like with like a large jaw, just unhinges and chomps into his arm. He turns around and you watch the invisibility melt off of this giant gorilla-looking creature with orange skin with these blue like kind of insides. This huge hulking thing takes one bite out of Andros, rips off. Man, my own fucking headphones rips off part of his arm and then swings twice, boom, boom, with his fists. That's gonna be 29 damage to Andros. Andros immediately collapses on turn 1.
Oh my god.
But you now know where that is, Alok. You may take.
Oh right.
You're ready to attack, and I can now add. Ooh, hell yeah! Go ahead and roll damage. You've been hidden this whole time, I believe. So go ahead and you can, I believe, add sneak attack to that. I will say you probably saw it at the same time, so Andros would also be within 5. Oh no, yeah.
I mean, if I have advantage, though, I have.
17 damage to this thing. And you see, it was actually flailing so wildly that you feel like even if you hadn't been hiding, you probably would have gotten a good shot on it. Yeah, and you bites into it for a decent chunk. It looks pretty enraged, kind of like having swung very wildly in that moment. What else is it going to do? I think it's going to stay put. That one's gonna stay put.
That
Andross's
one?
turn is.
Oh yeah, he said
Yeah,
there's two.
I did say you heard 2 footsteps.
Yeah, 2 feet.
So that to Andros is gonna have to make a death save. So I guess I'll just roll this.
He's gonna get a 20.
And Andros pops back up
Yeah!
with 1.
Wait,
hit
wait, wait,
point.
wait. Hold, Chino.
God.
Follow your rules. What were the thoughts he
And-
was having that led to the natural 20?
So none of you would
Yeah.
have any idea what was going on in his head, but you see Andros flashes back to a crowded lecture hall. He is standing there presenting his research. He's like, and this sums up my ideas as to why certain things, and then the door, boom, gets kicked open, and you see a gnome appear from the other side and go, this is bullshit. You guys are really letting this clown teach you anything? And Andros bursts into rage for the first time. Charges up to him, and as he races to strike the gnome, he comes up in real life, full consciousness, able to bonus action rage and attack. I'm pretty sure. What a
Yep.
turn for Andros. What a
Let's
moment
go,
for him.
Andros.
Is he from Castelmond?
Uh, you guys don't know.
We don't know.
Takes his axe with advantage. That is going to hit.
Yeah, let's go.
Um,
Andros killing it.
Did he rage?
Yeah.
He
Oh.
raged.
Okay.
So 1d4. Okay, very bad roll. Did I give him? I didn't give him.
Great weapon fighting.
I did not give him great one fighting, unfortunately. But he adds an extra 2 to that, I believe. So 7 damage, halved, 2, 3. He does not have a magical weapon. If you look up the monster manual, these things don't actually have resistance to non-magical weapons. But I thought it was weird, and so I gave it them.
Yeah.
Um,
It's your monsters.
yeah, and he's not going to take any other actions because he would get 1 shot probably. Gallet, your turn.
Good job, Andros. Keep in there. And
Thanks, Captain.
Reservoir Rachel. By the way, is Bless on me?
We'll just say it was on you, yeah.
Okay, so I don't need that for that
Pew!
one. And 18?
Pew! That is going to hit.
All right. Sick. We're talking about
Oh.
7 damage. And
Are you serious? 7 whole damage?
yeah, and you're a bit
No.
cold. And I'll use my bonus action.
Actually,
Oh.
walking that back really quick.
Yeah?
I need you to let me just double check something. Roll advantage for both of those.
Oh, okay. I'll just pop.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't crit. Yeah, great.
Did I have advantage
so-
for him or something?
You see that he was attacking so wildly that it made
Ah.
him a very easy target to hit.
Okay.
If reckless.
Yeah, these things have the ability to do that. They're basically big things.
All right, and Tom's gonna get behind him and just try to stab him.
Right.
Let's go, Tom.
With advantage as well.
Yep. Got to go through a whole sheet thing. Okay, let's thingy stab.
Not gonna hit.
Yeah.
Not gonna hit. Great, Gallet, and you're probably gonna stay put in that crow's nest, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Suzanne's turn. Oh, I love playing as Suzanne. It's a lot of fun. She's going to.
Run.
I'm gonna move her in a second, but she's gonna bonus action hide. She's a sneaky little lady. She's gonna probably hide around this way. Probably the only place she can get really like good angle or good like hiding spot around here. Going to fire that short bow. Oh no, she has a crossbow now. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
roll
big
this.
girl.
She does have 17 hits. I don't have these as well. Crossbow is 1d10.
Depends on which one. Is it the big one?
You guys gave her a heavy crossbow at some
That is
point.
Okay,
2010.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. 10. 5 damage, halved. And
Plus
she's
sneak
still-
attack.
Okay. So that's just gonna be 5 damage to this big boy. But they're doing stuff.
I thought, is
that
she level
is-
3 rogue or still level 2?
Oh yeah, she leveled up. Jesus. Rogues. Okay, that's 7 damage. So minus another 2. Great. Before Ruby goes,
That's impossible. Ruby's quick.
before Ruby goes, I can add that in later now. Suma, you hear massive footsteps approach you.
Pum, pum, pum.
Mm, good. I love
As
that.
this thing materializes out of its invisibility, it's going to recklessly make 3 attacks against you as well.
He is so big.
I know you have shield, but these things do have advantage. It makes 3 attacks, 1 bite attack, 2 fist attacks. So here's the first 24,
That's a hit.
second 11,
Nope.
not gonna hit, and the third 16.
Miss.
Really?
So you just take the first attack.
Mhm.
You boom! You see this thing appears, and actually that's its bite attack. So it goes, takes a chomp out of you before you can wiggle yourself away, and you see it swings twice. You elegantly duck out of its way. Now it's Ruby's turn.
Woo. Okay. So, can I do 2 spells in my turn? I forgot. Can I do a cantrip?
You can
and
do a
level
cantrip
spell?
and a level spell. Yeah, you just can't do 2 level spells.
Okay. Then I will start off with a Sacred Flame.
Hell yeah. Okay, on which one? The one that just attacked Andros or the one that attacked Suma? Since you see both of them now.
I guess I'll do the one that's more damaged.
The one that's more damaged. Okay. It does have. Okay. It's gonna be a 22 to save. That is out of the way of the radiance beaming down upon it. What do you do with your bonus action?
I'm going to do a Spiritual Weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
Yes.
Materializes. I'll give you
Advantage.
advantage to hit.
Okay.
Oh wait.
14 does not hit.
Oh, never mind. Wait, do you have
Where
bless?
are you summoning it?
Do you have bless?
Huh?
Does she
You
have...
do have bless. You can add 1d4. The second
But-
one is gonna hit. If you have bless on yourself.
But
still.
isn't it just 3?
Who'd you choose?
Yeah, who did you
Because
choose?
y'all-
Oh,
Oh,
Three.
all
oh,
three.
all
So
three of
you
us?
don't have it, and that does indeed miss. Great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna draw this thing.
this is what you get for
Ah,
being a team
right
player.
here. We're gonna say that is your
You know-
spiritual
Yeah.
weapon. That little light blue thing. You are a team player, and that's great. Cool. I believe that's going to be. Unless you want to take any movement, Ruby, to get out of that position.
No. Maybe I will move further back. Yeah.
Right. Back to the top of the order. Alok, that's you.
Oh. Okay. Knowing what I know, what do I do? I think I don't do anything crazy. I'll use my new thing, the steady aim
Ooh.
bonus action, and I'll make an attack at advantage against this guy.
Might take it out, honestly.
20.
Yo,
Yeah,
that
that's gonna hit.
more critted.
No, if only.
Bless crit. 21 damage. Does a huge chunk out of this thing.
And let's go big
and-
damage A-Lock.
Not great.
I don't know their resistances, but I will attempt Whales of the Grave onto that guy.
On that guy, that is going to succeed. Yeah.
Half rounded up.
You roll half the dice, I believe.
It's half rounded up, so it'd be 2d6, so 7.
7 damage to this thing. As you land the arrow into one of them, and you see on the other one a tiny spectral figure come up behind it and like slash at it with daggers.
I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
How about now?
Oh, there
There
you
you
go.
go.
My
Hey,
my mic has a. Sorry, how much did you hear?
something about something coming up behind him.
Yeah, whoosh.
Yeah, you see a spectral figure dart out from the shadows and slice at him twice, dealing 7 damage to it.
Look like is it her? Is it Milia?
Yeah, it looks a little bit like Maria.
Maria.
Um,
Maria Milia. Cool.
Great.
Oh, that's it. That's everything.
On initiative count 20, the devil from before is going to fuck with you guys a little bit more.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, go away, you jerk.
Wait.
He peeks his head in and he goes. He looks at you, Alok, because you didn't bonus action hide, right? You're
I couldn't.
fully
I did. I did
because
the aim.
whereas the grave takes a steady aim, right? He peeks out and he says, "By the way, probably if you want to kind of get a hang of a whole being a bearer thing is figuring out how to close this bad boy, or else things might keep happening." And then he fades back out again. Seemingly, that is all that he does. Suma, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna hunker down and fight this
You
critter.
got this.
All right. So cool sword. Blessed. Let's see how that goes. 16.
16 hits. 16 hits.
Awesome.
You have advantage as well, so if you want to roll just a d20
Oh.
again,
Might as well. No.
because it does. It did. Okay, cool. Just in case you crit.
Okay. So that is
8 damage.
8 points of
You
damage.
whip out, and you see this thing, and you guys, you put the +1 right for damage as well.
Oh no, so it'd be 9.
9 damage. You slash at it, and you feel the wind kind of guide your blade, and you slice at it once, and then a secondary slice comes up as the wind razor sharp slices at its meaty skin, dealing
Alrighty.
9 damage.
And then with my second attack, I will shocking grasp his body with
Ooh,
advantage.
Nice.
Please. Thank you.
Yes.
With a D4.
No.
Does not connect.
Well,
A D4 might help.
that doesn't include the D4.
The D4, yeah, if
Oh,
you
the
get.
D4.
There you go.
16.
Yeah, the 16 hits. The 16 hits. You reach out, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
1d8. You notice that
Wow,
as you
incredible.
reach out and shock it, you've cast a spell before. This does not seem to hurt as much as it should.
Got it. Cool. Lightning, not great.
This is
However,
code.
I still he still doesn't have reactions.
Yeah,
So that's
true.
nice for me.
This is
And
good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
roll. So I just want to clarify for the like bonus action dagger piece of the sword. Is that
Yes.
something I can do? Like, do I just basically flip it around to the other side and do that, or do I have to do 2 things at once?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out very briefly.
So you said that the like on the offhand I can make a dagger attack with it as a bonus
Yes.
action. Is that can I do that even if I've used my action to attack with it as well?
Didn't you attack and use shocking grasp?
I did, yes.
Just for later. You can attack with it twice.
So I have
So you can attack with it with one hand and then bonus action slash at it with it as a dagger.
That's what
Yeah.
I would like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do. Yes. Just wanted to confirm that I could do that before I tried it. Okay.
How did you
Like,
attack it?
you
and
already
shock-
attacked this, but you already shocking grasped and.
It's a well, so I have multi-attack.
Oh, you have
So-
multi-attack now.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah,
The
so I
28
can
is
make an attack
definitely
and a
gonna fucking
cantrip,
hit.
and
The
then a
bonus action attack is definitely gonna fucking hit.
Yeah.
The 28,
Sorry
yeah.
to be confusing.
Yeah. Yes,
So
that's
5
new.
extra.
5 damage. You like like a combo, like a freaking a Street Fighter combo. Whip that and do 3 attacks, 1 turn. Do significant amount of damage. You successfully pull that off. And
Cool.
any
And then-
movement from you.
Bye.
Suzanne's got
Cool.
this.
You peace out. This thing over here is gonna swipe at everything near it. It is once again going to flip out. Gonna take with advantage a bite attack. I want to say on your little dude.
On Tom?
Yeah, on your little dude. That's the last thing that hit him.
Yeah.
So he's
Well,
gonna.
I never hit him, but it doesn't.
Well, I tried.
Yeah.
8 damage to Tom.
Yeah, Tom's fine.
Tom's fine. He's gonna hit it again. 5.
Oh, hold on. Let me do my calculations. All right, so 8 minus. No, 12 minus 8 is 4. And then that 5, I'll use my reaction to half the 5. So it's 2. Tom's still living with 2 health.
And he's gonna hit Andros again. And
no.
knocks Andros down once more. Andros is gone once more. Got up, but he couldn't move anywhere else.
No,
So
he's
he
gonna,
just got.
he's gonna get another 20.
No,
He's gonna get
I
another
think
20.
I
That's-
think
that's
there's
fair.
balance to life, and he is gonna get a 1.
Oh, absolutely.
Not my
Great. Let me just double check something.
Oh, just a point of order.
Yeah.
The imps do have bludgeoning resistance, so does his punches count as non-magical?
It does say. It doesn't specifically say magical. So I'm gonna say yeah.
All right. Sick.
Great. You, Gallet, however, well, let's see if this hits first. What's your AC?
I'm pretty sure it's like a 14.
14.
Let's see. Yep,
Does a
14.
19 hit you?
Barely, but yes.
Okay. You feel behind you.
Oh no.
You hear that all. You feel a sting behind you as a little imp materializes out of the ether in front of you. It would be in front of you. It doesn't have enough speed to get otherwise. Go ahead and give me a DC 11.
Oh no, I didn't make
Okay.
it.
That is going to be 18 damage to you.
Ah! And am I poisoned?
Let me double check if it says you are poisoned. I think it's just poison.
I think it's just
damage.
if it's an imp,
Yeah.
I
You
think
just-
it's just poison damage.
It's just
Have
poison
D4
damage.
added to that, right?
It won't make with a 4. It wouldn't make it.
Yeah, with a 4 it wouldn't make it. Because it had to be
Oh.
11.
Well,
True.
So you
5%.
now know
18.
that this thing goes right after the Balkura. It also got a 15.
no one said anything.
God damn it.
Darn
Was it the fucking filter again?
Yeah. I
Okay.
thought that was intentional, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I thought
I
like,
should have played it off that way.
I thought
Oh,
it's
the
like,
Balgura is
like you don't
DMing
use
us.
you don't use the demons for the demon voice for the Balgura or that weird guy from the portal, but that imp. Oh, he's got some presence.
He's actually the boss of the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is Anderson's death save. Oh, passes the first one. Let's go. Gallup, that's gonna be you. You just got bopped by this imp a little bit.
What the heck, dude?
How's it feel? How's it feel?
It doesn't feel good. But yeah, screw you. I'm gonna what? I mean, I don't do that much damage anyway. I'll try to get some more damage. Let's go, my boys. I get surrounded by ghosts.
Hell yeah.
And that's my thing.
That was my thing too. And I'm gonna just take out my my little hex dagger, and I'm gonna go for a stab. Wow.
Definitely gonna hit.
Yeah, okay, let's see. So, stab, and I add ghost guys.
You, after getting stung by an imp for the first time in your life,
Yeah.
you whoosh out and destroy this thing in one fell blow. Let me make sure it doesn't have any fucky resistances.
Yeah,
real
wait,
quick.
wait, before you say that, let me look at my options
Oh,
for
it
that.
does resist cold damage.
It would, yeah. Let's see. Honestly, I would have done probably Radiant because demons. So I would have done that 5 for Radiant, but the 3 is still cold.
Right. Okay. So this thing is gonna have like this thing is almost dead. You know exactly how much HP it has. It has like 1 health now.
Okay.
I guess 2 if that's reduced by half. I'll round up. Oh. There you go. This thing is about to die. I don't know if you can see.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay. Gallant, any movement from the crow's nest?
No, but I'll just, for this guy, I'm gonna move Tim over here. And that's it.
Okay. Got it. Let's see. Well, it wouldn't be a combat if something didn't happen along these lines.
Bye, Ruby.
So, I'm gonna roll another with advantage. 22 damage or 22 to hit. Oh, she's fine. Suzanne watches as another tiny little imp appears. Oh no, actually, it can't hit that. I can't hit Suzanne. It wouldn't be able to notice that Suzanne's there because Suzanne is hiding. So let me move it. Who else could it go for?
I'm not hiding.
You are not hiding.
But it can't
it's gonna
hurt.
go for you.
It can't hurt the amulet user. Come on.
It can't kill you. It's gonna hurt you though. Go ahead and give me a DC 11 con save, unless you wanna use your reaction to.
If it's invisible, I can't use my reaction.
That's true. You can't see it until it's too late.
Oh boy.
Oh.
On a 7, you do take that 8 damage. Not the worst.
Wait, bless.
+4 though. +4.
Yeah,
The
that's what the one
bless
is.
on
That's
there.
that's what the one is.
Oh, that's the one.
Wow,
Oh.
that's rough, buddy.
Tough.
Damn.
Okay. That's gonna be Suzanne's turn. Suzanne's gonna go, what the fuck is that? And she's gonna slash out. Definitely has sneak attack. Just pulls out a short sword. These things AC is like 10, I'm pretty sure.
Let me check for sure, but they're not
It's
high.
13.
It's 13.
I was gonna
It's
say
13.
Yeah.
She whips out and totally whips it. And then she looks between her. There's a Balgura behind her and an imp in front of her, and she is going to attempt to hide in the same spot because she wasn't spotted before. Oh god, I hate having to run multiple monsters and then also NPCs. What a nightmare. And she doesn't have advantage on that, but she's still very sneaky. Cool. She is gone. This thing's turn. What's this in front of her? In front of it?
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to tell it to go uninvisible, so nothing. It doesn't see nothing. It's invisible.
Oh, it doesn't see anything there. Okay, then it's not gonna hit that. Okay. It's just gonna rampage up forward. Probably insert itself into this spot right here. This thing's gonna swing at Suzanne. No way it doesn't. It's the closest thing within range.
Does it take the imp with him?
Probably.
It's not like, yeah. Sorry.
It's like a bug on a windshield just.
Yeah.
Here's the first one. 6 is gonna hit. That's not gonna hit.
You'll go so sad.
That is gonna hit.
I'll use my reaction on that last one.
On that last one? Great.
6.
So he only hits her once with the bite. 6 damage. So, oh wait, he can't see her either. It's gonna do it to Alok.
Can he physically not see her when she's right in front of him? Like stealth has its limits.
I think it's more like target selection at the onset.
Okay. So
he's gonna run towards you, understanding that it's not gonna kill you on purpose if it thinks you're about to die, but it does charge you instead.
Okay.
And you successfully mitigate.
So I take the 6.
You take the 6. Yeah. Cool. Ruby, that's you now.
Okay. If do an Arcana check or something to see if I use like dispel magic on the portal, if it'll close it.
As a free action, sure. I will say you probably had the
Okay.
chance to like kind of examine it as it was forming. On
What
a
is
9,
with my rolls today?
no idea.
Hey, you haven't taken damage yet, though.
But I give that to you as a free one. As a freebie.
That's true. Should I just do it?
You do it, girl.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it. Let's just try it.
Okay. You just cast a spell magic on the portal.
Yes.
I like it.
You reach out, lightning crackles through, and you see what happens is that as the lightning arcs towards the door, it seems to be sucked and siphoned away from it and into Alok's amulet.
You just absorbed my 3rd level spell.
Thank you.
What the? But you can't even use it.
Oh no.
Well, maybe it stored the spell and I can use it. I don't know.
Okay. Well. Okay, I'll just use my spiritual weapon again then on the.
Oh, on the very injured one. Go ahead and roll to hit. You still have advantage. They're just gonna keep doing reckless attack every single turn.
Okay.
13 is not hit. 16 hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
5 damage. Not bad. This thing is looking pretty fucked up right about now. Alok, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Quick reminder, Viv, you have I think at the top of your character sheet to turn on advantage and stuff. So, you know.
Right. Yes.
All right. What am I doing? Okay. What the hell just happened to my amulet? Do I understand what just happened?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check as you try to analyze what the fuck is happening here. On a 19, you figure that portal was created by your amulet, and probably the only thing that's gonna make it go away is also your amulet.
Right. But do I know if the dispel magic was absorbed? Like I can use the dispel magic in it, or it was just a wasted spell?
Probably more like a wasted spell.
Okay. Cool. And with the intelligence check, do I know how to use the amulet to close it? Do I just walk up and go like, go away, or?
You figure you might have to get near it. You don't know exactly how to use it, but probably your best shot is getting close to it.
I will bonus action disengage. I will.
Yeah, you better.
Fuckity fuck over here. And I will I'll hold up the amulet and be like, close this thing, please. Just get rid of it. I hate that guy.
You close it out, and you watch as the door begins to shrink in size, and you see the face on the other end go, "That's a good boy. You're learning. See you next time." And then the door collapses in on itself with the sound of screaming and the crackling of fire, and that bolt of lightning arcs back into your amulet, and it begins to swirl green once more.
And was that an action?
I will say probably all that was an action.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I will finish off my movement. So I use my sash, like 45. So I have 20 more, and I'll just chill here. I think that's all of my turns. So that's it.
Peace it out. Excellent. Great. No more lair actions from the devil. So Suma, is your turn.
Alrighty. Try to finish this boy off. First with sword.
Sword.
So
Yo. You
23?
whip out. That is a lot of damage. That definitely hits. 11 damage for sure hits.
Sweet.
It is on death's door.
I will do it again.
That thing is fucking gone. You
Kosumo!
reach out with the last, adding another one to your kill count. You slash at it twice, and this thing vanishes in a explosion of like black dust and smoke. That one is gone.
Beautiful. And then if I can, I'm not sure if could I move and then use my bonus action to dagger the other one, or
Dagger the other one? Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah, you can split that up.
Swoop.
That's definitely gonna hit. Your rolls are insane right now, by the way. Although I guess permanent advantage is pretty good. Yeah, slash at it. This one seems much hardier than the other ones. Than the other one was. Still very much healthy. Great. Anything else from you? That's it, right? Bonus
Believe
action,
that's it.
action,
Yep,
movement. Cool.
action mode. Yep, everything. Used everything.
This guy's dead. This little imp is probably just gonna stab at Gallet again, probably.
Ah!
No longer has advantage because it's no longer invisible. 23 though. Go ahead and give me another con save.
Oh.
Here we go. Come on, something.
How
Oh.
cool to use.
There you go. So
Okay.
only
Okay.
only 10 damage total.
Only 10? What? Oh, half the
damage on
damage?
save.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so 10. Oof.
High rolling on this imp right now.
Ah, this is a formidable opponent, and I have to make another con save. Okay, I keep my spell.
Keep your spell. Oh yeah. Did you make another one for the first time?
The first time I didn't have a spell up.
Yeah, he got hit first.
Oh, you're right.
and
Spirit shot. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anish's turn. This is another 2 saves for your boy, Gallet.
Ah,
It is now your turn. This thing has been giving
Yeah.
you bad vibes all day.
yeah, can I use my offhand attack just to like stab him in the
Absolutely. AC 13. You got this.
tummy? Okay.
This thing is dead. There's no
Yeah,
chance for it
yeah.
to survive that. You stab it, it goes,
And then whatever.
and vanishes.
Okay.
Great.
As I look down, and I see the Balgura, and I see Suzanne practically cowering. For the crew! And I jump down with my other dagger and go for the eye.
Yes.
Give me
Yeah.
an acrobatics check. Give me an acrobatics
my
to jump from the
God.
crow's nest.
What?
Well, you know,
You.
it almost took cool.
You jump off. This is 25 feet
Yeah.
in the air. Oh boy. I'm gonna say you're gonna splat straight for the ground and
Am I-
take that damage.
Am I nowhere
But you
near
do
Can I
have
spend my
Featherfall.
reaction
Alright.
to
He
trips
try to
on the
catch
railing.
him?
Yeah.
Gallic can use his reaction to Featherfall.
Yeah, I'll just use my reaction to... I thought I was doing something like... Oh, dang. Okay, and...
This is giving me Ruby vibes after
Yeah.
the ballroom or during
Yeah.
ballroom.
I know. Okay,
So
Ruby's definitely yelling. It's harder than it looks.
My foot got caught! There's some splinters
Yeah,
up
you
there!
tripped on some shitty rope that Alok tied earlier. You
Oh, no.
Jazz
kidding.
did not teach me well.
Yeah, you
Blame him.
Featherfall yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, if you do it at the exact right time, you could probably still get a hit.
Should I... I should roll for that if I get on the right time. I should probably...
Yeah, make a dexterity check to see
Yeah.
how fast you cast your spell.
Okay.
Yeah, you cast it fast enough that you are in range still. As you're falling slowly, you can still make an attack, because I think that's dope.
Okay. I'm like spinning still weirdly from the feather fall, and I have one attack. And he's
That's gonna.
advantage.
You also
right?
have bless. Yeah, it's advantage, and you have bless.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Great. That hits.
And first, ghost guys. What do they got? Yeah, one radiant.
One
And
radiance.
there we go.
Okay.
And it's the hex dagger.
6. I'm gonna say that's gonna be 8 damage to this thing. Cool. Because the cold damage, it also has resistance to cold. Actually, let me double check that on this guy.
You said that before, so I
yes,
think
it
so.
does. It does. Yeah, they all do. Cool. And it's minus 1d6 to its next save.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Next, this other imp's turn. It's right next to Suzanne. It just swung at her. She probably would have stealth. No, I don't remember.
It takes an action to invisibility.
Yeah, no one's gone for Ruby, so this one's gonna go for Ruby.
Let's go, Ruby. These
You
guys
have
are
a fat AC
dangerous.
You have a thick AC, so yeah, no. On that nat one, it misses wildly and embeds its
Almost.
little stinger on into the mast. Does nothing with its turn. Suzanne, seeing that, is gonna boom boom, notch up an arrow. Well, she's gonna, I guess, stealth first and then do that.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
That'll do. 17 hits. D10 plus 3. And then 2d6. This thing was dead a while ago. But,
What was she attacking at?
The imp.
The imp, okay.
The imp that went after Ruby just takes. I guess. On the mask, it gets double impaled and turns into ash. Great. And then it's the last thing's turn. It's the Bulgura. Gallet, you are like currently on it.
I'm on like the side of the shoulder. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna swing for Gallet for
oh
sure.
no.
No way it doesn't swing for Gallet. It's gonna be 1 bite attack, 10 damage, and 2 fist attacks.
I'm gonna use
18 hits.
my shield.
You can't because you cast Feather Fall. As
Oh,
a
you're
reaction.
right. Oh, this is gonna be bad. All right.
Can use.
Suma can negate one of those.
Does she choose to?
With
I will. Yeah.
which one?
The
one,
last one.
the last one that winds up for looks like it's gonna be the meatiest. And so you kind of catch us at time. You alter fate so that one misses Gallet slightly. Like the first two like push him like down towards the ground, but he's still like floating very slowly. And the last one just misses by a hair. And that thing's gonna stay in place. This portal is gone. Ruby, it is now your turn.
It's gone, by the way.
Your shroud, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to use Thunderstep. My cloak. Then
Okay.
from where I'm at, it should just hit the Bulgura, and then maybe Gallet. So maybe me and Gallet should teleport out of there.
It's 10 foot, right? Because I don't think that hits Gallet.
Oh, yeah, but it's
So-
like he's on it though. Like, would that hit him as well?
It's up to the
So the damage is within the space that you left. So that would only be, Gallet would not be there, so you can teleport, but you wouldn't be taking Gallet with you. You have to go up to Gallet, grab him, and then Thunderstep out.
Oh, okay. You want me to do that?
Unappreciated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll use my movement to
Yeah, you can get up to Gallet.
there, and
Yep.
then teleport.
Grab him. At this range, you would be hitting Suzanne and Suma.
Might wanna go-
You could go up like right. It doesn't really functionally doesn't matter. You can just get to a spot where it wouldn't hit anybody. You grab onto Gallet really quick, then
Like here?
you feel your cloak crackle with lightning, and then disapparate out of the way. You can go, I believe,
120 feet.
90 feet.
Oh,
90 feet, right?
Okay.
You can poof 90 feet away wherever you want.
Okay, well, I'll just go right here.
And it's a con save for the Balgura. Let's see. It does have a high saving throw for this. Ooh, on a nat
Damn.
20 con
And
save.
also,
Yeah,
it also got rid of the hex thing. The hex thing applies to the first thing.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And it still wouldn't matter. This little thing that was on it probably would take it as well. The imp that
Highland.
was on it.
Yeah.
You should roll a d4, see if you keep your spell up. If you get a 3, you'll keep it.
Oh, okay.
True. You do have bless. in
I
your con
forgot.
save.
I forgot about Bless. Honestly,
Yeah, it just
Oh.
popped in my head. So you still have spell.
and the other ones, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
So this thing does save, but you still roll 3d10.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and
Um,
my imp's also on there. Oh well.
Yeah. So roll. Yeah. Okay, roll for your imp as well.
Let's see. Imp. Is it con save?
Yep.
Okay.
21
Is that good?
damage is not bad.
Can the imp live that, even with a success?
Well, let's
minus
see.
10.
That's a 13.
That
Yeah,
that's gonna
not high.
fail.
That's not
21
high.
damage. This thing takes 10
Damn's dead.
thunder damage, not lightning. So it does. It's not reduced by half. So yes. I guess now you know that. It's just specifically lightning damage, not thunder.
Weird.
Cool.
Thunder,
It's
lightning,
resistant to you.
thunder, lightning.
But thunder,
Right.
thunder's like the sound. Lightning's
Yeah.
the actual.
And then Ruby, you still have a bonus action actually,
Yes.
and that's
so
not
can I?
that's not a leveled spell, so you can cast a full healing word if you want.
Or use your sword.
Yeah. Do we need healing word? Does-
You
I mean,
or
Andros
you
is
can
still
use
on
your
the
spiritual
ground.
weapon, but he's on. Well, I guess you don't know that.
You can GM roll yourself the rolls if you wanted to.
Could what?
I was letting Chino know.
Oh,
he
yeah.
can
I
he
forgot
can
to do
whisper
that.
the rolls himself.
I
Yeah.
don't care that much about the NPCs. I care more
That's
about
fair.
you guys being in suspense.
I'll
you can move it.
my spiritual weapon and then hit monkey guy.
Right? Go ahead and roll to hit. That definitely hits.
At
You have advantage, so
last.
you might hit. You might crit.
Okay. Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Since we're keeping track of who gets which kill, I want the damage to be accurate. Cool. I just roll. Go ahead and roll damage for the spiritual weapon. 4, right?
Hey.
All right. This thing's looking pretty close to death now. Inlock, it is now.
Lock time to
your
natural
turn.
20 yet.
That would be
Time for
something.
the first sneak attack crit of the second season.
Yeah. I'll bonus action aim, take a shot. Holy shit, you guys.
Yo! That's what I'm talking about! That's what I'm
Nice.
talking about!
Oh
What
my
a
God.
beautiful story the dice tell.
Who could have predicted?
With
Who could've?
33 damage,
Hate
that is
fighters.
you. How do you kill this thing? What's running through Ilok's mind?
So much. So much is going through his head. But most importantly, his friend's getting hurt. So, I guess he is panicking, and with the bonus action steady aim, he just takes a second, takes a breath, and goes, and just thinks, it's all his fault, and he needs to end this and fix this problem. So he just aims the shot, and the big ape.
Yeah.
Where does it get shot? What's a good spot? I guess probably
The eyes.
the heart. Yeah, I mean the heart. I guess I don't know if it has a heart, so I'd probably go for that.
Okay. Ethereal bow materializing in your hand. One steady aim. You guys all hear and feel the ethereal kind of light that zips through the air, like one pinpoint of light just darting by and piercing this thing so suddenly and so well placed that it just crumbles into nothingness as the last of the devils and the devils fall. You all let out a sigh of relief. For but a moment, as you see Suzanne turns and goes, guys? What the hell
The
is that?
Valkyries. Let's go!
And you guys
I knew it!
turn,
Fields!
And you see
What the heck?
three
Fields!
figures.
Fields, you
with,
have failed me!
Kidding me.
The Flying
Kidding me.
Warforged. What?
Let's see actually how many there were. I didn't roll for that.
I just thought there were 3 for some reason.
I think
There
I think
are
you said-
indeed 3 Valkyries approaching you.
I just mentally asked Fields why. Why not warn me?
And you see Fields says they're not close enough yet, but they are in the distance. Probably at the same time as Suzanne says that, Fields goes, "Hey, I think they're starting. I think they
Oh
just
my
noticed you.
Oh my god.
Did you hear that thunder too?
Oh crap, that's right. Oh yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
I don't. It actually doesn't reach that far, but
It's pretty loud.
just for flavor. It's pretty loud.
We're on an ocean, and
Yeah.
you know, sound travels, especially on the
Sound
ocean.
travels much farther
Yeah.
in the open ocean.
Oh
Um,
man.
So they're not there yet. They're still in the range where feels is in between them and you. So you can have feels catch a ride on one of them as they approach.
Yeah.
Do something to throw them off or disguise yourselves,
they're-
or otherwise.
Uh,
Are we doing this right now?
We are going to do that
Yeah.
next. Oh, 2 weeks from now. We're
Oh,
going to discuss
no.
that
oh no.
2 weeks from now.
But we got Thailand's one
because
shot. So
We
you
got
know.
Talon's one shot.
I
next
don't.
week, so.
It's a 2-shot.
Yeah.
You guys good shot.
Thank you guys for a good session. I had a good time. Bargours are CR5, and I threw 2 of them at you, and 2 imps. So CR is bullshit. CR is
Oh,
the most
yeah,
useless
no,
fucking
no.
thing.
Well, we are level 6. CR5's not that bad.
There's 2 of them, you know?
Hey,
But we
that,
also had 2 NPCs.
that Bulgara
That's
messed
true.
me up, though. I'll say that.
No, the
I
Oh,
got
yeah, that's
messed
true.
up.
So rolled pretty well. So, yeah.
Also, that
yeah,
imp.
you guys. Will,
These guys are strong for me.
that
CR is
imp-
pretty abstract.
Yeah. If you add it up, that's technically CR12, right? 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1.
It doesn't work like that. It works. It's really funky.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just
but I
vibing
mean-
it at this point.
Yeah, CR is
Yeah, that's
very
how
hard
it
to
works,
follow
right?
because depends on party composition, like what spells we have, shit like that. So
Yeah, I'm like these things usually. I feel like these Balgoras CR5, but like realistically, you're gonna reckless every turn, and realistically, everyone's gonna have advantage on it. It's not actually not that scary in my opinion. It does hit hard though. But yeah, this was one of the few ways I came up with to get a more than one combat in one day out at sea,
yeah.
which I feel like normally is very hard, right? No one's gonna be like, and then another party of Sahwagin attack you or
Squid.
whatever. It's kind of hard, but like it's in story, which makes it
Yeah.
easier.
It makes sense
Uh,
too, because this was the first encounter, and then that's supposed to be the easier one. Right?
Yeah, you guys may not have to
Easy.
burn too much. Although we did burn multiple sash uses. Actually, 3 out of 4.
I used all my spells, and I'm out of HP. I'm out. You guys good?
Oh my
I'm out.
God.
I have
I'll
2
use my healing
spells.
bell.
Boy.
You guys
It's time to heal you.
You guys might have time to
Really?
prepare, and in that, definitely not an hour, not short rest time.
Oh yeah.
But there's people on your ship that might be able to help you. I don't know.
Meld me into stone, quick.
Gala, it's fine. I haven't used any of my spells yet. So.
Oh, thank goodness.
We're in the
That's
clear.
true. Hey, he still got that ASMR healing thing. I
Yeah.
can say that now.
Oh, that's true. I do have that. Yeah.
I remember messaging Ryan. I was like, "Oh, nobody's figured out your ASMR yet. That's crazy." And this was like session 5 or whatever.
I thought you guys would catch on a lot faster, especially
Nah,
with healing.
you had to tell. You basically told me.
I did.
Yeah.
When you used the healing hands, I suspected, but I didn't say anything.
I thought
I
it could be a
figure you of all
subclass
people
thing.
would figure out. So yeah, that makes sense.
I thought it might have been like a cool subclass.
It was just. I was confused, clearly. I was like, oh yeah, paladins do it, why not? Rogues.
Yeah, no one's played an ASMR in our campaigns.
Well, now they might.
Yet.
Now you have. What was I gonna say? I feel like it would be cool to have a rogue subclass that could heal. That would be cool. I would like that.
Steal
I'm
health.
gonna homebrew a healing rogue subclass.
Yeah, it's like a
I
half
like-
caster. It steals health and gives it to your friends.
Lifesteal. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Like a blood rogue or something.
Ooh,
I'm homebrewing that for next campaign.
We're all gonna play
Um,
rogues next campaign. We're all
Oops,
gonna.
all rogues.
I want to play
I-
something else.
It's about time
You
for a
must.
heist.
If you haven't played a rogue in your life yet, you have to. You have to.
Just sounds
It's
so
Yeah.
confusing.
It's not.
you don't
I
have to
mean-
worry about spell slots unless you do arcane trickster, which I would because it's a lot of fun.
It's,
Arcane
um,
Trickster is the best.
it's usually just I hide and attack. Usually.
Yeah, the only thing that's like kind of difficult is sneak attack, but I mean, once you know it, it's not
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, it's like what do I do with my bonus action? I have so many options.
That's true.
And you
I
get
think-
evasion later. Oh,
Ah,
The
juicy.
next level.
Uncanny dodge, juicy. Liz, I almost played a Blade Singer
I support
in your
and
campaign.
everyone trying it. It's my favorite thing I've ever.
Seems
played.
really
Cool.
cool. You just did 3 attacks, and it
I
was
didn't use
very
any
cool.
By the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't use any spells.
I
You were
think-
like, I'm just gonna hit this thing.
Ew.
Although it's impressive for 3 attacks in a turn, I guess, I feel the most impressive thing was that you learned and you become a better wizard and you control flames to the flames. I think that's the
Right?
true growing moment to
The
be
true
taken.
growth, yes. It's true.
What? Suma's a wizard.
Yeah.
I thought he was a fighter.
Oh, you didn't.
Huh?
This whole time,
This
I
isn't an
thought
Eldritch
identify
Knight?
was just him looking at stuff way too long.
Yeah.
I just have mom eyes. That's all.
God,
Mom
hear
eyes?
you. I'm just kidding. Great. This was fun. I got a jet pretty soon,
Aw.
but yeah. How's everyone's health doing for the next fight? It'll be fine.
Ah.
Great.
But-
At it.
I was so mad. I didn't prepare the right spells. I was like, yeah, I need to dispel magic. Oh, we should get remove curse in there
Yeah.
too.
Just in case.
But we didn't even dispel magic on the.
No, not
We
yet.
did it.
Yeah.
On
We
the
did
chest.
it.
You chose not to.
Well, luckily we have like 5 days left, so we have multiple long rests before we.
Yeah, you have multiple long rests in between. And I wouldn't make you do another fight on the way to Torah. We've been on the sea too long.
Yeah.
Sure.
But remember when someone was like, I want the seas to be more dangerous? So I was like, okay, encounters. Let's do
Oh
it.
man,
Yeah.
this is the first time we left off a one of the 3 like the short like 3 arc story, a 3
Yeah.
session arc story. thing.
Not on
Yeah, not actually like completed. You know.
yeah.
I like
Playa
that.
Arc. Playa Arc is a different beast. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of moving parts to this one.
I like it.
In the back of my mind, there's like a there's gonna be a subplot
This
in
would be
Jasar.
a lot easier if Rosh wasn't here for me.
I know. How'd you feel about that?
That was. I was. When you were saying like, and they're about to take off their helmet, I was thinking, what is the most anime thing that could happen in this moment? I know, and then you were like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's it. That's
my
what you would
God.
do.
That's what you do.
Always serious.
Had to do it. Yeah.
This is a good good session.
Yeah, I had fun.
I'm glad. I think that sometimes these like downtime sessions or like partly downtime sessions hard for me to run because I'm like pacing question mark. What do I do?
Yeah, but it also gives you some of the best moments for sure.
Yeah. I really liked your outburst at Beta, Viv. I think it was very. I felt bad.
Felt very
I felt bad. Like as a
It
person,
made
I'm
sense.
like, I feel bad now.
Oh, you lied to me. Okay, I opened up to you just
Was
a
that
little
too
bit.
much?
Never feel
like-
bad, Gino. You're supposed to bring these emotions out of us. That's part of the game.
No, there's
Yeah,
no
that's what they-
conflict. No
Make
conflict.
us feel like shit.
Everyone.
I for real got mad. I was like, wait a second.
I know you did.
This is not even you. Calm down. So it was
I
good.
This is on screen. It's
Yeah.
just
That
pure
time-
rage.
Are you actually doing the 1/2 shot next week? Are you?
Oh,
are you
yeah,
ready
we're
for
gonna
that?
do that.
No, I've been too tired, guys.
I need the D&D.
I know,
Understood.
but I need
Um,
to have a good work-life schedule.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Viv said that she had something, so.
There are
Oh
days.
yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Yep,
There are
she's running
weeks where
for us.
I kind of want to be like, we should just keep playing, but then I don't want to set a precedent of like we never take a break because then it's like, well, then when do we take our break?
Never.
Uh,
That's the fair
yeah.
answer.
yeah, people will get burnt out. I guarantee. People will get
Oh,
burnt
really? Yeah, totally.
out. I will get burnt out.
There we
probably.
go. There we go. Put that on
Um,
you.
But yeah, Alok now knows who they are.
Yeah, wasn't expecting it to be difficult.
Maybe a reason for that.
But-
Still unexplored.
Did I might have
um,
missed it. So when he just got closer to the portal, did it just like close up?
Yeah, he was able to close the portal.
Okay.
Gateways and doorways.
Oh, yeah, bad.
He had tried
put that
that
together.
before I used dispel magic.
Oh yeah, here, take your spell back. It's
Would
right here.
he have known that he had the power to do it if you hadn't done
You
Well,
know,
I
you
was
did-
I was gonna go up and use the amulet before she did that.
It'd be fun.
Alright,
But then
It would have been
or
fun.
at least now you knew that it had to be you, that it couldn't be anybody else.
yeah, that's fair.
Right.
I didn't know that. So yeah.
True. Experimentation. Mhm.
Yeah, and now you know. Although it did seem like that devil figure seemed like he was kind of into the concept of you closing it. So I don't know.
He seemed
He
like
was into a lot
he
of
was having
things, though.
fun. He was like, let's
he
play a
was-
game.
He was into a lot.
He was having a day. That's for
He
sure.
was having a day.
It,
He
well,
was
I
having
mean,
a
it must
day.
sort of suck in there. Like, I heard the screams. Like, they're not having
Yeah.
fun in there.
It's just lemurs.
What?
It's like the very low form of devil that gets like tortured and stuff. And
You don't know that.
lemurs.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
True.
That could be like other ASMRs. You don't know.
Maybe.
It could
Also,
be really
don't
bad.
come after me. I know Balgora are demons and shouldn't be working with a devil.
That's why. Yeah.
It's a homebrew world. Fiends
Yeah.
are fiends. Who gives a
It's
shit?
When you
homebrew
corrected yourself like devils, I mean demons, I mean devils. I'm like, but aren't Barlgura,
world.
aren't they sort of
I know
chaos?
it's a big deal, but we'll get into it. I mean, I guess in this setting, that's not that big of a conflict.
Yeah.
I guess maybe demons are just lesser beings in. It's like this. It's like a world where the devils won and the demons are subjugated by them. That's why
Oh, yeah,
this
that's-
devil guy's like.
There you
bossing
go.
them.
I like that.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like
but without-
demons have a structure going
Oh.
on.
But without like the implications that like if one side or the other wins, it's like the end of the world for everybody because they just overrun everything without the war keeping them in check. But that's just not an aspect of the setting. And that's
Devils are lawful, so you know.
There's
Dude, it's their fault.
insurrectionist demons out there, trying to take the man down.
yeah, fuck it.
The
Now
devil
there's
man.
the next campaign.
That's the next campaign. I'm already like, there's a part of me that's like, should I be thinking it? Because it's gonna take me a while to think of it. But I feel like I probably won't build the next campaign. I will probably do the same thing I did this time, just being like, hey, what are you guys playing? What do you guys want to do?
Time for a shop. Let's all be shopkeepers.
I mean, you already got
Uh,
this world. It could just be in the same world, different story.
It could be, although I feel like the structure of this world is very much like you guys are gonna go to all the places and like figure out all the things. That's kind of
I
how
mean,
it's been
of the
going.
central area, I don't think we're going
Of like
past
the central
claw.
areas. Yeah. Yeah. I could definitely see like new campaign is like in the age of pirates or in
Ooh.
the age of monsters. Of like the world's not gonna end because it didn't by the time this campaign played out, or it could be in the future of what happens afterwards. I guess if you guys want to do that, but you guys might be wanting to do something else. So I don't know. But yeah, thanks for a great sesh.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
You.
Have fun fighting Rush next week.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the
Maybe.
way,
No talking.
I got a manicure, and that's pretty cool. Like, I didn't realize that.
I was
like, it's
admiring
really
it.
Yeah,
I
it was
know.
really
That's
Yeah, I
nice.
noticed.
Yeah. I didn't
That's
realize it was
good.
so nice. It's good for your hands. Nice.
It is good for your hands.
Nice.
Okay.
Looking good.
Thank you.
A manicured
Oh my
hand sitting in a
God.
Capri Sun.
Yeah, man. It really
Dude,
ties it all together.
You're living the
Yeah,
fucking life right now. Why can't I be
Right.
you?
Okay. Well, I just wanted to bring that up. Needed a compliment,
Oh, looks good. dude.
Thanks.
Looks good.
Glad
And
you brought it
hair looking healthy.
Thanks. man.
Luscious.
Thank you. All right. Now I've gotten all my confidence back. Have a good day.
Yeah. For the rest of your week, that's 1d8 bardic inspiration from all of us.
Not a
There you
D12. You need to work on that, man.
We're
Well-
getting there.
That's like level 15 or something. Or what is it? I don't know.
You got a
That's
ways to go.
high level.
You got a ways to go.